Hey, I think we're live. Hello, hello. Are we live? It's beeping like we're live. Hello, everybody in uh, ancient Greece land. No, it's more like we're in melting pot
Land?
mania, right?
No.
Melting pot ania. Yeah, I did see your text. Saying, "Hey, it's very diverse. It is extremely diverse. There were Asian Greeks. There were, you know, Filipino Greeks. There were all kinds of Greeks. I was surprised. So,
It was a very diverse. I mean, the crew and the suitors,
oh yeah,
if you can call them suitors, they just seemed like bar.
dude, Doctor Dre from Straight Outta Compton was a suitor, baby.
Yeah, whatever the fuck his name was, I don't remember. I'm
I
not.
don't know.
I'm not a rap guy. So
I don't know.
um,
I didn't remember any of the names of anybody. And hey, there's a shield. There's a spear.
yeah, they're just
There's a sword.
they're throwing it through the floor. So one of the suitors managed to get to the weapons. Like they were supposed to be sealed in. They were supposed to be. It's like the Red Wedding. They were all the suitors were supposed to be sealed in to be freaking slaughtered by Odysseus.
Dude.
Odysseus came back from fucking hell. So and these guys couldn't even fucking string the bow because, well, I mean that's actually part of the story. They couldn't do it, but then all of a sudden, like Odysseus does it, then shoots through the axe heads like a boss. He should have just killed them all, like, easily.
Well, it's just so we'll get to that. It's just I laugh my ass off at some of just like
Odysseus was struggling against those fat suitors. Those suitors.
It's not even that. It's just like what's his name? Pattinson, fucking. His character. I can't remember anybody's name. What the fucking? Oh my god, I can't remember his name. The lead suitor.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
That's why they call him. Okay, he plays Antinous.
Antinous. So the reason Antinous is sitting there when we'll go back. I don't know how we started on this because it was one of the more ridiculous scenes for me in the whole movie. Is this the slave or the lower guy that's helping the suitors out has gotten into the weapon room and he's made a hole in the floor and he's slowly dropping weapons through the floor to the suitors to try and fight Odysseus, right? Well, Robert Pattinson's character is supposed to be dead at this point. So that's why he had nothing to do except for going, when two swords drop through the roof, they cut to Robert Pattinson. He goes, there's two swords. Grab the swords. And two guys go grab the swords. And then he drops two spears through the roof. He's like, there's two spears. Grab the spears. And then two shields fall. There's two shields. Get the shields. And I'm like, oh my God. Are you not going to pick up anything and fight? What are you doing?
Absolutely not. Why would you? Why the fuck would you?
I swear, when we get to it, there's a part in the movie where Ryan almost busted out laughing. He fell out of his chair. We were at Movie Tavern, so we had food and stuff, but he almost slid out of his chair, stopping himself from laughing because he started laughing so hard. It was so ridiculous. I'll be curious to hear what your reaction to it is when we talk about it. But initial thoughts before we'll I guess we'll try and go a little chronologically, but hell, it's hard.
I mean, the movie was all over the place when it comes to narrative. Like, I don't know how you felt about all the flashbacks that happened at different points in the movie. I was just like, couldn't you just like handle the stuff the way the original narrative did?
Well,
the original narrative did a better job, in my opinion.
Well, they did.
It didn't keep flashing back.
The whole basis for the movie is it's Odysseus reciting his life to Calypso, and it's like. Which I guess is a way to do it. Well, sort of, but
actually,
Calypso's the first person Calypso's the first enemy you meet up with, after months or years and years of them just living life and screwing and being happy. Athena's like basically tells her, hey, it's time to let him go, and she has him stop eating the lotus flower, and he goes on his way. of course, you do get some of the tale through their discussion, but they skip out all the part. Like we'll get there, because when she lets him go, he just builds a shit raft, and he happens to get to Ithaca, and it's like, okay, I guess we just didn't want to put in that part. He's just gonna sail the jalopy raft made of like 5 planks of wood and drowned. So that was weird. So we're all over the place, but yeah. So, well, you said something to me before we went live, and I think that was the right word. If you remember what I'm talking about, you said you felt that the movie was
pretentious,
and I think
most of Nolan's stuff.
I think that's
most of Nolan's works are typically pretentious. Tries to be more serious than it needs to be, in my opinion. It insists upon itself a little too much.
Well, there's a lot of weird shit going on in this movie, and so first off, I went with the 3 kids, okay, and I was gonna ask you. So it was myself and Easton, Ryan, and Bella, and I was gonna ask you before we went live, but I decided to wait. Who you thought out of the 3 of them, who do you think enjoyed the film the most? Do you have a guess out of my 3 children? Ryan, the 19-year-old, Bella, the 17-year-old, or Easton, the 14-year-old?
I'll guess maybe Easton.
Easton was the one that enjoyed the movie the most. Ryan ended up making fun of it most of the movie with me. Bella was listening. Bella was busy listening to us laugh, listening to us make fun of it and laughing along with us. And Easton was like, "Well, I enjoy." He liked some of the action scenes the most, which was why he liked it. But the first hour, man, is fucking boring. Just like, I don't have another word for it. Boring. And the dialogue is just weird and just really bad at points. I don't know. Do you feel the same way?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, once again, that this is another victim of, you're taking something by Homer. Now, did Homer actually exist? That's another argument you hear online. Homer didn't actually exist. Well, there's no proof that Euclid existed either. But I mean, that doesn't matter. Somebody wrote somebody wrote the Odyssey, or somebody, orally told the.
I don't care if Homer exists or not. Somebody wrote the thing,
yeah,
right? And it's like, so, and I don't care that it's not in fucking.
And it was translated into English. It has its own language. Use that language and maybe smooth out some of the roughness, But you can still make it sound like it without resorting to 21st century vernacular. I don't want to hear Game of Thrones shit in the Odyssey.
Well, it's very weird. There is a scene, literally one of the first scenes. Telemachus literally says, "Mommy, isn't Daddy coming home?" Or it's like he calls Penelope mommy.
I forgot about that.
And Robert Pattinson's calls Penelope your mommy. Dad is said like 3 or 4. Your daddy. It's like, what is happening here? Like it was the weirdest dialogue ever. And they have this weird thing throughout the movie, because I tried to go in here with an open mind. I really did. And like, there's these weird moments, and tell me if you felt this in the movie. There's these weird moments where the dialogue is literally 1 or 2 words, and the camera moves back and forth between the characters really fast. So it's like Odysseus will say, "Yo," and then the other person will say, "Yo," and it's like, "How are you doing?" "Good." "Fine. How are you?" "I'm great. Let's kill some people." "Great. Let's do that." "Okay, let's not." "You suck. You suck too." And it goes back and forth between 2 perspectives really fast. It's like, holy crap, can you say more than one thing so I'm not going back and forth so fast? The editing was so fucking weird.
Yeah, I agree.
It was all over the place. It was just and look, I know we're all having fun with the Elliot Page shit and the fucking whatever her name is, not Helena Troy shit. They're barely in the movie.
Yeah.
Now they give Elliot Page
most important character, the bravest character. That's great to Matt Damon Odysseus.
So I don't remember Shinimus, I don't know. While Elliot Page is barely in the fucking movie, they make that character like the whole driving force behind fucking Odysseus doing whatever the hell he's doing. And it's like a made up character is the drive for Odysseus to get back and pay back. Like it's like what? Like I mean, Penelope, like his wife and son too, but like the whole like speech is not the speech she's giving. And was it Antinous or whatever Robert Pattinson's character is about fucking Elliot Page's character than fucking the mistreatment of his family.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, that person was the best man I ever known, and you're a fucking prick. And here's a little fucking piece of shit that I did for my draft to take you to the Trojan War. It's like, what is this shit? It was, oh god, it was so fucking like, and how in Christopher Nolan style. How many scenes were overblown by the music and you couldn't hear the words?
Quite a bit. I hated the music. This is Ludwig.
The music was really bad. There were points.
I was like, I just wanted the music to stop at this point. So another thing I thought was a little bit too, like it's not classic. It didn't feel classic like Lord of the Rings.
So and people trying to say this is like Lord of the Rings, go fuck yourself. It's not even on the same planet. Not even fucking close. What's up, Zax? Anybody that comes out of this movie and says, "Oh yeah, that reminded me of Lord of the Rings," hasn't watched Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's not even fucking close. The dialogue is shit. The first hour of the movie is exposition dumping.
Yes, I mean you have all these accounts. You have Telemachus. So I mean the original story begins with Telemachus. It's been 10 years since the Trojan War ended. In the movie for some reason it's 8, but Telemachus goes and he is told by someone named someone who Athena is disguised as, but thankfully it wasn't Athena. What did you think of Zendaya popping up? She just pops up and then disappears several times in the movie.
I don't even understand the purpose of
why was she in the movie?
She doesn't do anything. She shows up and goes,
You're
a bad boy, Odysseus. You're a meanie. And then at the end, she gets beheaded in the siege of Troy. This is all a PTSD movie of Odysseus being regretful that he sacked Troy and saved a bunch of Greek lives.
Yep, I saw that. Yeah,
that's what this movie is. This is Odysseus going, man, I wish I didn't make the Trojan horse and save a whole bunch of Greek lives by ending the war when I did.
Odysseus was on an apology tour. I don't know if you noticed that, but I noticed that quite a bit.
100%.
He was apologizing for deceiving Sinon. So Sinon Elliot Page's character was the one that delivered the horse, and the horse was not what I expected it to look like. I mean, you've seen pictures of the Trojan horse in various art in various pictures and
on wheels and
on wheels and all that.
And,
so this was like this looked like an actual horse. I was like, is this something else?
Yeah, we're sort of. Are you talking about us having a struggle session? Yes, we are.
Yeah, we totally are.
Deal with it, bitch. Can I ask you something? When you're going to be hiding in a wooden horse for maybe days, would you bury half of it under water and sand so you're gonna drown?
No, it would be upright. It'd be upright.
Why did they build the Trojan horse in a fashion to where? And I know the answer is gonna be, well, the tide came in and it swept the sand. Well, then build the fucking thing up the beach so where the tide doesn't come in. Like literally, and the answer is because we liked the shot. The shot compilation looked cool. The horse with the butt under the sand looked cool, and we want blah 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 blah.
All right, I gotta look up Troy now. Trojan War, the Troy movie, and see how the Trojan horse looked in that movie.
It's on wheels. It's upright.
Troy 2004.
Yeah, but if you find it, just pop it up. We'll bring it up. It's like on wheels. It's you can tell it's made of ship parts too. The Troy Trojan horse. You can tell they took apart pieces of the ship and made the horse out of the ship. This one is just a smoothed over horse head. It's like somebody like a fucking woodworker, like made a horse. Like it was too clean.
This right here. So this is the
Odyssey. There you go. Yeah,
the
one on the bottom is so much better because you can tell it's made of boat material.
Mm-hmm. Like I don't know what the fuck this is. Like
the horse head on this is way too nice. Can you click? Will it bring it up if you click on it a little better?
Yeah. It's like it didn't. All right, I clicked on it. Let me try it again.
Okay.
Instagram. Here we go.
The belly, yeah, because that was the. So you see how the bottom one is all you can see it's pieces of the boat all slapped together to make the horse.
Yep.
What it like the top? It's sort of like, but what did they make the legs and the head out of? Look at the head.
They had a really good. They had a really good craftsman that was
they had a great woodworker with lacquer and fucking shit to lacquer up those legs and head, make those things look shiny.
Yeah,
I would take the bottom one 100. Like you have the rope lashing the head together there.
Yep.
That is such a I like that. Again, the further away we are from when Troy came out, the better that movie gets.
Yes,
it's crazy.
Does. Yes,
it is unbelievable, and it's still got a lot of problems, but it's just more entertaining.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So like the first hour is them. So here, I'm gonna take this off though. Yeah, the first hour is just basically Penelope and I always forget his name. Is it
Telemachus?
Telemachus just like, man, this sucks. And yeah, there's suitors everywhere. They're eating our shit. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go train with the sword with the blind guy.
Speaking of the blind guy, so the blind guy was John Leguizamo.
Yes,
and
yes. He's Greek now, isn't he? Is he Greek?
Yeah, they actually made his older self looks Greek, his younger self looks Mexican.
Oh well, I didn't think he was going to take any roles but Latino roles because he felt so strongly about that.
Well, let's just say this. Let's just say he's been so unlikable online that even though he plays a blind old guy, that gets kick shit. I was actually rooting for the suitors when they were kicking the shit out of him.
Yeah, they should have beat the shit. Well, so we have the blind pig farmer teaching Telemachus how to sword fight with mentor, his actual sword mentor. So they're sitting there practice sword fighting again with real swords because there's only a few shows that seem to understand that real swords, if you hit somebody with them, they hurt. You should be using wooden swords, but I digress. Yeah. The blind pig farmer is sitting on a bench listening to Telemachus and mentor practice fighting. And he goes, no, you're going too fast. Slow the fuck down and you'll sword fight. It's like, what? How? What? How? What? Blind man? You're going too fast? Show the enemy your breast and then counterattack. It's like, so you want me to let them stab me? Like, that is your feedback? Let the person I'm sword fighting against stab me so I can stab them back. That's your feedback, blind guy, right? And the blind man is teaching the young kid to fight against apparently a very good swordsman. I don't know why Mentor isn't mentoring him in swordsmanship, but whatever. The blind guy seems to be doing it. And of course, his feedback of show thy breast and slow down is just the feedback that Telemachus needs.
Okay, you want to hear something fun? I use AI for this. So the John Leguizamo character Eumaeus does not teach Telemachus swordsmanship in Homer's The Odyssey.
He's also not blind.
Yeah,
because he's part of the fight at the end. I'm trying to avoid that stuff. Like I'm just trying to base it. Like they're nice little tidbits. But he's a pig farmer. he ends up fighting with Odysseus and Telemachus with, I think, the goat herder at the end. There's 4 of them. But he doesn't teach him anything. He's just a pig farmer. That's loyal. That's loyal to his lord. That's it. He's extra loyal to Odysseus, and he loves him, and he'll die for him. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have any whatever. But you get that little tidbit, and then, oh God, I don't even remember how he decides to go off to Sparta. Do you remember? Like, because the beginning was so slow, man. I'm trying to recall some of the stuff that happened in the beginning.
In the original, so there was this guy named Mentor. Yes. This guy is, or according to the original Homer epic, Athena disguises herself as someone named Mentor, a guy named Mentor, and tells him to seek out news of Odysseus. Start by going to.
I forgot. So
start by going to survivors of the war. So Menelaus was a survivor of the war.
Right. Okay.
Nestor was another one. So
yeah. So that's what I forgot. So Mentor was Athena in the original. So they had Mentor be his trainer. But so what happens is, between Mentor and Telemachus, I'm pretty sure Athena reveals herself to Telemachus and tells Telemachus that he needs to go on a journey to find information about Odysseus, not knowing that she's helping Odysseus try to get back to Ithaca at this point. He's like, go talk to survivors, blah 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 blah. And then Athena is the one that gets his whole crew, and Athena helps him. Athena is basically helping Telemachus the whole way through this, getting goes and recruits the best people, gets the boat for him, all this shit, because Telemachus is basically a little pussy boy. Who is or young, I don't know, one or the other. I think it's more he's young and unexperienced and not ready to be king. So she's helping him try to become a man and go search for news for the father. All unbeknownst to Penelope. This is like he leaves without Penelope knowing. Remember?
Yeah.
So in this, he basically goes up to Penelope. He's like, I gotta go to Menelaus. He's my bro. We gotta find out what's up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's right. Is that I forgot? I don't remember. I'm trying to remember that first hour because it's all a mishmash of exposition dump, and it's just like I don't remember how we got to that, or if it was just between the conversation and the training that he decided that he had to go talk to Menelaus. Do you remember? I don't remember.
I don't remember exactly. What was it?
Odysseus' dog scene was probably the most disappointing part of the movie. You mean when John Leguizamo throws a puppy over a cliff? Did you see that part? Yeah, no. He throws. So the part where they have the dogs and they're introduced Odysseus' dog, and they have the flashback to the puppies.
Yeah.
When they're picking out puppies, John Leguizamo throws one off a cliff.
Oh shit! I didn't.
And Odysseus, and he's about to throw the one Odysseus likes off a cliff. And Odysseus stops him and is like, no, I'll take that one. And he's like, oh, yeah. And Odysseus, he knows. He picked the greatest dog of the bunch. And it's like, what? he's just throwing dogs off a cliff. And it's like, what is happening?
The dog was just, as far as I know, the dog was just there as a device.
It's like folk art, yeah.
Just as a device so that, that he would be recognized by, I don't know if it was Telemachus. I know the movie does it.
It has to be shiny horse enough to bring inside. Obviously, yeah, you're right. It has to be shiny. What can I say? Yeah, I just, oh God, it is. I don't know. So before we move on, because I know we're all over the place, I'm interested. How did you feel about Matt Damon's Odysseus? Because I thought he was totally miscast. I actually thought he was monotone.
He didn't feel like this larger than life hero from that era.
I may have to put this on the directing, but his line delivery was flat and monotone, and at points it was putting me to sleep because it was just I am Odysseus, and you should do this, and yeah. It was just this flat one note thing, and
Mm-hmm.
it was actually, and Ryan's very forgiving of a lot of this shit. It was actually Ryan that said it to me. He's like, "Is he just boring the shit out of you?" I'm like, "Wow, yeah," but that's usually me saying that to you. He's just his delivery is completely just flat, like he's the fucking Mandalorian without his helmet on. It's like Pedro Pascalism.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't think Tom Holland has much presence, but he had way more presence than Matt
Yeah.
Damon did.
Yeah,
Even
he
though,
did.
even though he totally sucked, in that fight. In the Armand Descent movie, Telemachus was actually fighting and killing several suitors right next to his dad, right next to Odysseus. Odysseus was just shooting the shit out of all those guys.
I actually think, yeah, the shooting was really slow and weird too, but we'll get there. I don't want to. Hey, what's up, Anthro? How you doing, buddy? Matt Damon, Team America. Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Oh God, what was this? Oh, so Tom Holland, I actually thought did an okay job with what he was given, but they just had him be like I guess Telemachus is sort of a little pussy wimp. So I mean,
I don't think
it was okay.
I did not get that. I mean, I did not get that from the poem, from the Homer poem. I did not get that from the Armand Descent.
What did he say? Well, because he let himself get pushed around a lot. Now, of course, these are all a bunch of grown up men, and he's got no army, so you sort of understand why he's letting himself get pushed around. So, I think Holland actually did okay at the fight scene. Of course, not because they didn't let him participate.
It took him a lot
we'll
to
get you. You know why they didn't let him participate, right? So I guess we can jump right there. The end of the movie. So we're going right to the end of the movie, just because I'm curious if Brian realized the same thing as I did. The end of the movie is terrible, people. The end of the movie is horrible, and if all you have to do is think about it for a second. So, and we'll go back, but we'll roll it back because we don't care. So spoilers, obviously, man, we're far in. Spoilers. If you're, we didn't say that at the beginning. There's full spoilers. Get ready. The end of the movie, Odysseus slowly kills everybody, even though he probably should have died several times over in that fight. Like he was on the ground and piled on by 6 guys. Odysseus should have lost, which is mind-boggling to me. But Odysseus should have lost the fight. Of course, he should have lost the fight because it was 1 versus like 40.
It's supposed to be 1 versus 108.
Well, no, it's actually 4 of them. So in the poem, it's Telemachus, the pig farmer, and somebody else are helping him fight, and they choose.
That's true.
Yeah, and they choose their fighting ground, and they hide all the weapons, so they have the advantage, and it's supposed to be overwhelming, but the way they get set up, Odysseus, the master tactician that he is, he gives himself the advantage with weapons and stuff, and blah blah blah, right? But so Odysseus wins. We don't get any of the execution scenes where he goes to the house executing everybody that fucking, all the maids and shit that were betraying Penelope and all the people in his household, all his household workers. We didn't get the scene where they yanked them all out and executed them for betraying him and betraying Penelope. We didn't get that. But Odysseus crawls over to Penelope, with arrows and shit in him, like he's Legolas. It goes, Penelope, I love you. I have your brooch here. I carried it with me always. My little peacock brooch here. I love you, Penelope. Let's go sailing to the west together forever. And she's like, don't die. He's like, no, I'm not gonna die. I thought they were gonna kill him for a second.
I thought he was gonna die too. I'm like, what?
I thought they were gonna kill. I thought they were gonna kill Odysseus. I'm like, let's go sail to the west to the setting sun. And
that was not even a Homer account. That was some other. No. That was some Roman dude's account that made him go take exile because of the family of the families of the different. All the suitors wanted revenge.
But you know what's? So that's why they didn't have him fight, because they think they're wrapping up the story in a tight little bow because Telemachus didn't fight. Odysseus is the one killing all the sons of the suitors himself. So they think Odysseus going, you know what? I'm just gonna exile myself. Don't you worry about it. My son didn't take part in murdering all your children, so he's gonna be your king now. Even though he could have been your king like 5 minutes ago before I got home. There's no reason he could have been king 5 minutes ago, but we're gonna make him king.
He did kill that one guy though.
Well, that guy was nobody. He was like a fucking.
Was he a slave? Wasn't he one?
I don't know if he was a slave, but he was a runt. He wasn't
anyone important.
He wasn't anybody important, right? So they let him kill him, right?
Telemachus, with all of his training,
Odysseus kills all the suitors, and he's like, "I will just exile myself. My son will be king. Everything's gonna be fine." Okay, and they ride off to the sunset, and Telemachus is sitting there with his crown, going, "Yes, I have no sleeves on my armor. I didn't take part in killing all your sons, so don't be mad at me, and everything's good." And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? They just killed like all of the noble, like half the noble lines of Ithaca have been murdered by your father, and you think they're just gonna be like, okay, that he's gone? He's like, he just left. He's like, bye. I came to pick up your mother, and I'm going to get back on the fucking ocean where I was lost for 10 years. It's like the first thing, he's not even done healing. He's still got a patch on, and they're back on the boat sailing away. And it's like, are you kidding me? That's how you're going to end this?
I mean, according to so like in the real original poem, the reason why the reason why the families of the suitors don't go after him is because
Athena.
The gods, basically.
Athena stops them. Yeah, they basically get ready for a showdown, and Athena's like, stop all this bullshit. The suitors deserved it. Let's just come on. Let's get, your sons were dumb fucks. They were being pigs. They were taking advantage of his hospitality. And can we just move the fuck on? Athena basically puts a stop to the fighting, and they live in peace. That's how it ends. But in this movie, this is Athena's role.
She pops up. And then
you're an asshole. You're an asshole, Odysseus. You're an asshole, and then she disappears. It's just like that's like.
And then she turns up again for like a few seconds and then vanishes. And then she turns up later in the movie for a few seconds and then vanishes.
I don't know what her purpose is. I haven't watched it.
I guess they had a clause that they had to have Zendaya in the film.
Haven't watched it, but several critics find honest say it's a fine popcorn movie if you know. I guess if you turn off your brain, maybe like there's see, I don't.
Well, I mean, Jeremy Johns glazed all over.
I stopped watching Jeremy. I said it a while ago. I stopped watching Jeremy Johns. I think it was when he glazed Prey. Anybody that glazed Prey,
half of his commenters were either mocking or either saying no or mocking him or saying that
the movie
hostage. Yeah.
If I was forced to give it a score, I'd probably give it a 5, just because the visuals were nice.
Kind of. I mean,
I think I thought the visuals were pretty good. The sound was overbearing in spots, and you couldn't hear the dialogue. Most of the dialogue was atrocious, and it made it made the actors in some of the scenes look terrible. Like Matt Damon, I don't know. Matt Damon is a fucking all-time actor. I actually like Matt Damon a lot most of the time, and he was just bad in sections. Elliot Page, of course, was fucking terrible, and we're all online going, "Oh, Elliot Page only had 5 roles, but nailed them." It's like I think Nolan was online. Like I think Will responded to something online from Christopher Nolan saying that Elliot Page took so much abuse and for nailed all the lines that it freaking did in the movie. It's like, are you watching the same movie, Chris? Because no, it was terrible. The acting was fucking atrocious, and then
you lied to me.
Should we read into anything that Elliot Page was a sacrificial lamb that was left behind because nobody wanted to be around her, and left to be stabbed by the freaking Trojans? Like, are we supposed to read anything into that person was left behind? Hey, you need to stay here with the fucking Trojan horse thing and tell the Trojans that it's a gift and hope they don't kill. There is no Achilles. Achilles isn't in it, and rightfully so. Achilles shouldn't be in it. Unless you're going to do the aftermath scene with the fucking with the dead people, which they didn't do. Instead, they just decided to do a sprint to the boat.
Okay,
Because everybody's big mad at Odysseus for getting them killed because Odysseus is an asshole for winning the Trojan War.
Yeah, and how many times have we seen them running to the boat? How many times have we seen them?
I didn't see it. I did not see it in IMAX. I don't have an IMAX around here.
I think I did. I don't remember.
I need to learn to run like Elliot Page does or Ellen Page. No, you don't.
God. That was the first thing we see in the movie.
It's the first thing we see in the movie is Elliot fucking Page.
Which and it's like, I did not expect. I honestly did not expect.
And maybe and I can't. But can you believe they actually used the line for Helen, the face that launched 1,000 ships, as he's touching that face, and you're like, no. John Barenthal is I like John Barenthal. Terrible Menelaus.
Yeah, like, why was this? I mean,
he was wrong for the role. His accent was just wrong. He was complete. I think I like John Barenthal a lot. It's crazy. I like a lot of the actors in this movie. They don't fit the roles at all.
What did you think of? Speaking of, now that we're talking about the different Greek characters from history, what did you think of Darth Vader Batman?
It was fucking horrible.
Like when they're opening the walls of Troy, when they're opening the massive door, you see Batman, Darth Vader, Agamemnon.
He's like
just standing there with all the soldiers with just stand there like he's 8 feet tall, like he's like it was like watching. I thought, like, am I watching Star Wars?
The helmet is like 5 times too big for his face. He's got that. Like I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what they were thinking with Agamemnon's.
And then when we kind of see his face, because and when they're dead and all that, when they're in the land of the dead or whatever, we kind of see his face, we see his eyes, but it's very shadowed. And yet when they show his what do you call it, his flashback, we still don't see his fucking face. I'm like, why is his face gotta be secret?
Yeah, we because it's like a tiny Mexican dude.
I'm just like, but
Hold on.
And then the Trojan. I don't know about you, but when they were dispatching Trojan soldiers right away, they reminded me of stormtroopers.
So like, the helmet is like 8 times too big. Benny, this is the dude that played Agamemnon.
Benny Safdie. Oh God. I think, who does he play?
This is Agamemnon. I think I got a better picture here. You don't see his face.
Nope.
It's like, if you want to make him big, get a big guy, have him fit in the armor. You can use the black stupid armor, fine, but make it fit his head. The helmet is like 3 times too big.
Okay, now I know why I remember him. You know who he plays? He plays Bowser Jr. in the
okay.
Galaxy movie.
So Bowser Jr. played Agamemnon, the Darth Vader, Darth Megmon, Darth Agamemnon.
Agamemnon.
It's so like, oh my God.
And then Helen of Detroit's twin sister, I forget her name, basically murders him during sex.
Yes. Well, I think that's actually, doesn't that happen in the book?
No, I don't think so. Let me look.
I know she murders him. I think it might have been poisoned.
Let's see. How
I know
he dies on his journey back. He doesn't get back home.
I thought she killed him. I could be wrong. But I don't think, I thought it was just
look at this. I guess no. I guess
right. She does kill him. I think she just poisons him though.
Yeah.
I thought she poisoned him. I don't think Agamemnon threw their daughter into the ocean either. Is a sacrifice. I'm pretty sure that's made up. So Agamemnon's wife kills him because before they left for Troy, Agamemnon decided to make a sacrifice of their daughter and throw her into the ocean.
Apparently, that looks like it is the case.
What, the ocean part?
Yeah, they
Did
killed.
she?
They sacrificed her for the
Oh,
win,
okay.
for the sake of.
I stand corrected. I thought that was crazy. Apparently, I'm wrong. So score one for Nolan.
For safe wins. So yeah.
Okay, so that was true. I missed that part.
Yeah, so I guess.
But I think she. I know she killed him. I forgot if it was poison or stabbing or what. So I missed the whole sacrificing their child thing. So that all makes sense.
She ensnares him in the net while he was in his bath, and stabs him to death.
Okay. All right. So close. I think that's close enough. The actress is wrong, but I think that I can't don't the way they handled that in the movie is fine. Then I forgot about the whole sacrificing of the daughter thing, so I thought that was made up. So
yeah, that was
my bad. I retract anything. So I guess how they handled the Agamemnon stuff is fine. Then it's just everybody portraying the characters is incorrect, and then you have this. Look how big the helmet is.
Yeah, that's huge.
Just make it fit him. It would still look good.
No, by the way, Clytemnestra is only a half sister of Helen, not twin sister.
Well, of course, they just wanted to get her in the movie more, so
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't know, but yeah, the helmet is fucking huge. Like, I don't just make it like it, I don't know why didn't they make it fit his face?
I guess
I don't know. I don't know what they. I
they
don't
wanted
know.
to make him imposing. They wanted to make the leader of the Greek armies imposing. I guess I don't.
Well, that's fine. They could have been just make him taller and give him a little different armor. Like, they didn't have to make him. He was literally Darth Vader. You're right.
I mean, who played him in freaking. Who played him in Troy? It was Brian. What's his name? What's his name? The what's his name from Succession? Brian Cox.
Yeah.
He's not a big guy. He
was just imposing. He's a great actor. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Max says, if you fix the casting issues everyone complained about, does the movie rise to a 6 or 7, or do the other problem? Maybe a 6. There is a lot of dialogue problems. There's a ton of exposition dumps, especially at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the dialogue back and forth is really bad. The story is all over the place and disjointed. They didn't do a good job of putting it together. My kids started laughing because they went from one island to, they got off the boat, they got onto an island, they run back to the boat, they get another island, they go and they run back to the boat, they get off the boat again, they go and they run back to the boat. It's like a fucking comedy. They get off the boat, run back, get off the boat, run back, they get off the boat.
Yeah,
they fucking laughing when they fucking got. It was the third. It was the one with the oh god. It was the pig one, the Cersei one. When they all started running back to the boat again, they're like, "Oh, they're going back to the boats again." It's just like
I don't remember them running to the boat after the Cersei one. He ended up apologizing, even though she. Okay, all right. Let's talk about that Cersei segment. So Cersei, is the lady that turns everybody, all the soldiers into pigs. To pig people,
right? That was a fucking weird scene.
And like all you had to do was eat the food that she gave, and you turn into a pig.
Yeah, she's sitting there like fucking like that's where she's like we gotta have this gross like fucking morph fucking thing. It's like
she's like dancing. She's like dancing and then touching the man's pig's face. Is there?
Yeah. It's like Chris, stop being fucking weird. Just have him fall asleep. Have her throw them outside, and then when Odysseus comes up, they're pigs outside.
Exactly.
You don't have to. I'm off. I'm choking on whatever the fuck this shit is. They're like sitting there like jacking.
I was like, why not? Like, if you're gonna do an American Werewolf in London transformation, then do it. Why is she dancing and touching them as they're? I was like, this is
intestines and shit in their mouth, and there's just like it's like. What are we doing? And I was like, and I elbowed Ryan, and I'm like, you think we're gonna get the part where Odysseus mounts the shit out of Cersei and fucks her? Oh, of course not. We can't have that shit.
And
Right?
if I remember correctly, Cersei's supposed to be pretty attractive.
Cersei's supposed to be a fucking nymph.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be hot as shit. In Odysseus, because of who again? Athena again. Is able to overcome her bullshit, and she falls to his knees and is like, Odysseus, you're the best ever. All you can do it. And she's like, free my men and let them eat. And she's like, okay. And he's like, all right, I'm now going to mount you. And she's like, okay. And then that's it. And then like they eat and screw, and then they leave. Right?
Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Calypso?
Cersei. No, both. He mounts both of them, but Cersei too.
In the movie, I don't remember.
No. There's no mounting in the movie. I'm talking about the book. In the book,
yeah, in the book, yeah.
He because of Athena is able to.
You're right. They become lovers for a year.
Yes. She mounts it. They feast on the food, and she's more than happy to feed them all they want after he is able to successfully overcome her spell because of Athena. They basically just eat to their heart's content, and in
the original he had he somehow got this molly plant that protects him.
Athena gave it to him.
Okay.
Yeah, Athena gave it to him.
All right.
Yeah, Athena saves his ass constantly in the poem. So sorry, Max. Yeah, I'd say a 6 because there's story like the ending. I hated the ending.
They cut the Aeolus blunder, which is basically he gets a bag of winds, basically, and the crew opens it, and they were like, oh, we're so close to home, and they get
it's Hermes. It's Hermes. You're right. It was Hermes, not Hermes gave it to her. You're right. My bad. Hermes saved Odysseus for Cersei. It wasn't Athena. My bad. Thanks, okay. Alex. But I knew one of the gods stuck their nose in there and saved him somehow. But yeah. So they skipped that. They skipped all the stuff after what's her name, Calypso. After Calypso lets him go, all the islands and stuff he lands on, and the Phaeacians with all the sports and stuff. All the sporting and games and stuff.
That wasn't in the movie.
Nope, they cut all that. So, because like after Calypso's like, stop eating this because reasons. Like we didn't have. It was just thunder, and she looks up and she's like, "Oh, I guess that's Zeus telling me to let Odysseus go. So I'm gonna stop feeding him the."
That's the thing that there was no. She doesn't feed him the lotus. The lotus eaters was their own arc, their own episode of the story. So. Like all Calypso had to do was, put him under a spell, and I think that's why he was on the island for he was with her for 9
years. Athena comes and says, "Time to let him go, Calypso. You got to let him go." And she's like, "All right, no." And it's like, Zeus is gonna fuck you up if you don't let him go. She's like, "Okay."
Pretty much, yeah. The gods make her do it.
Penelope later, hey, just wondering, was there anything you could have done to speed up your journey back? Cut a year off somehow. Yeah, I could have not fucked Calypso for 7 years and shacked up with this nymph Cersei for a year. Yeah, I could have not fucked these gods for a while, but sometimes you just gotta go with it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So.
No humping. So no humping, no mounting, and no mounting, and of course. I did love the part where Helen was mad at Menelaus because she was she was big mad at Menelaus and everybody for the trade routes. Oh yeah, Agamemnon wants the trade routes.
So that was the pretext for the war, and the pretext for the war was
trade routes. So, okay, because it was very jarring to me the amount of times they say Zeus's rule. It felt very forced. And they said Zeus's rule was treat others how you wish to be treated, and it's like I don't remember it. Like, I know you're supposed to treat guests with hospitality,
Yeah.
but I don't remember it ever being referred to as Zeus's rule. And it felt very clunky every time they said it. I don't know. I don't know if that might just be a nitpick, and that's fine. I felt it was extremely just Zeus's rules, Zeus's rules, Zeus's rules. Like what like I don't know. It may have been I don't know.
And that's why the gods were okay with Odysseus killing the suitors because they violated those rules.
I don't remember it being
there's rules for guests
like
there's rules for guests and there's also rules for hosts, and the suitors as guests,
did they refer to it as Zeus's rule and everything? Because I don't remember Zeus's rule being repeated that much. It was okay. Yeah, it felt like it was just repeated way too many times. I don't know. It just felt weird to me. I don't know. It's fine. It was just like I knew there were hospitality rights and stuff like that, but it just felt weird being repeated over and over and over again. Like I said, just that's a minor issue, but the movie is basically a PTSD apology tour from Odysseus. Is that what you said? Is that how you summed it up?
Yeah.
Odysseus was sorry about he felt big bad about ending the war with the Trojan horse and saving all the Greek lives that he saved by ending the war.
Yeah, like that crew and those suitors. Wow, I mean, they came from places that were quite far from Greece. Well, I mean,
it's like the reason he's a fucking Greek hero is because of all the lives he saved by coming up with the freaking horse plan.
Yeah, I mean, so he was the reason why they won the war. He was the smart one. He was smarter than all the other.
One guy who almost got to have sex got stabbed in the face. Oh, yeah, Agamemnon. Yeah,
that was Batman. I think Darth Vader, Memnon. Yeah,
I think he got saved personally.
He got saved.
Well, he got before he had to have sex or got to have. Remember who stabbed him?
Yeah, it was Clemenus.
Yeah, so he got saved. He got out of that one.
Ellen of Detroit's half sister.
Yeah, he didn't have to go through it. Are you getting? You're not picking up when I'm pitching. He got stabbed instead of having to lay with. You with me? No. Mm-hmm. How did you feel about the death scene?
Of what?
When the death scene where they sacrificed the goats to go to Hades. It aggravated the shit out of me that it was fucking Elliot Page that we heard most of from the Hades scene.
Oh yeah, and we got to see Elliot Page slurp up the blood.
And then give Odysseus a guilt trip about fucking not telling the pleb no-name soldier all of the plan.
You lied to me. Yeah.
Like, shut up! You're a soldier. You died for the mission.
You're a soldier. That's above your pay grade.
You volunteered. Hello.
You don't. Yeah.
Like that. It's like
I did not know about this until I found out from the other dead people. I'm like, okay.
And the whole Odysseus just being a full-on like crybaby bitch about it. It's like, dude, come on, man.
I'm sorry.
It's like it's okay. It's one thing to care about your troops. It's one that like you should be honored that you were the one that helped us get into fucking Troy.
You sound
not really though.
You sound a little muffled for a second.
I do. Am I back?
Yeah, now you're back.
Sorry. Like, first of all, there is no purpose to having that character sit outside the horse. Completely. Yeah. There's no reason. Like, what? Why are you there?
Mm-hmm.
You're there to greet the Trojans when they come rushing down. You're just having a little PB&J sandwich, waiting for Trojans to show up, and you're like, "Oh, hey, Trojan guys, how are you? There's a horse here."
They basically leave the Greeks leave it outside of Troy. The Greeks leave the Trojan horse outside of Troy. They don't leave it on the shore just for it to be lugged by the Trojans.
Well, they have to pull it in.
The Trojans don't need to pull it in. They don't need to do shit.
Well, no, they have to pull it in. They leave it. The whole ruse is they leave it and take off because I know in Troy it's because of plague. I forget why. If that's really they faked the plague. They built the Trojan horse to as like a peace offering, and then they sailed away. And then the Trojans had to pull it into the city. Now I don't know why it's in the middle of the ocean, and I don't know why they have to have a Greek person sitting there going, "Hey, we made you guys a gift." Like, doesn't that defeat the purpose? Having some like it's supposed to be a gift to like a peace offering to the gods and whatever. So I don't understand why you even have a person sitting outside the Trojan horse going, "Hey, we made this for you." Honestly, that's worse because if they know you made it for them, they're more likely to burn the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the one guy who, oh crap, I forgot the 7 years with Calypso. To be honest, he was kind of a dick. Well, no, he was under a spell with Calypso, man. You can't blame him for that one. Maybe the Cersei one. The Cersei one, they were hung out and pigged out and all that kind of shit. I haven't seen it. Do you give it a thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs down. Yeah, I don't. I was saying maybe 5, maybe a 6.
I mean, think if you like Nolan, you might like it.
Maybe. I mean, like I felt like the dialogue was really weird. And
I mean, if you want to hear 21st century Game of Thrones like vernacular in the Odyssey, then this movie is your boy.
Well, and some modern vernacular too. I mean, like
hearing "fuck off." I'm like, really? I mean,
fuck off. Let's go, mommy, daddy.
We're finally getting off this fucking island. I'm like, shut up, Matt Damon.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Maybe if you, I don't know, man. I did not. I went in trying to, and you know what? And I want to say, the big problems don't even derive from the bad PR bullshit. The bad PR they handed out with Elliot Page and not Helen, right? Yeah. Those aren't even the biggest problems. Yes, they're problems, but they're so minor when it comes to the actual movie as a whole. They're barely in it. Helen is all like Menelaus has carved up her face and shit, which is
what was that?
I don't know. It's complete because they want her to be a strong woman, right? Whereas she gotta be a strong woman and stick up for herself and be like, "Fuck you, Menelaus, you're a piece of fucking shit." And he's of course, Menelaus, John Bernthal, Punisher Menelaus is like, "Fuck you, bitch! Shut up your fucking face!"
You can't. Of course, women used to speak out of turn like that 3,000 years ago.
Well, and so he's carved up her face, and she's like, she may have launched 1,000 ships before, but not anymore. And he turns her face, and it's all like fucking scarred and carved up. It's like, couldn't we just get the real Helen that called herself a whore, a silly whore, and still love Menelaus? That would have been better. Yeah. She literally calls herself a silly whore and says, because what was it? Aphrodite fucked with her brain and made her leave or something like that, right? I don't know. It was just this whole like, I don't know. Why would he even want her around? Her acting like that. He's a fucking king, for God's sakes.
So apparently the Sinon, Elliot Page character is basically a character, according to Alex here, is a character from the Aeneid. The Aeneid.
The Iliad?
No, the Aeneid. That's the Virgil.
The Aeneid.
That's the Roman Virgil account of
the Aeneid
War and how Italy or how
Takami, I enjoyed Interstellar for what it was. It's fine. Like, I've watched it several times. I don't think this is a movie I don't see myself watching. I may watch it once when it comes on if I got nothing else to watch, like if it comes on demand for free.
I think Nolan's best movie was Memento.
Memento is very good. I like the Prestige.
Very good movie.
Prestige is very good as well too.
I still have not seen Prestige.
Prestige is very good.
I saw the
Yeah, well, that was not bad either. I am a hard pass. I was before the reviews came out. The casting, translation, vision, version. Actor comments, story changes drove me away. Yeah. Oh, Penelope is of course also a strong woman. She's not just pining over Odysseus. She's
But
just
yeah,
she's
Penelope.
yelling at
Yeah, Penelope Hathaway's such a bitch.
yeah.
She told Telemachus to his face that he was weak or something.
Was it worse than How We Live Front? I don't think it was worse than that.
No, probably not.
But
Wheel of Prime is the single worst thing I've probably ever seen. Well, with the exception of maybe New Trek, but that's because
it's really hard to describe, guys, because it's just like you almost have to see it to just understand. Like the dialogue is just very just.
And the thing is, we're not here to tell you not to see it. If you want to see it and make your own call, we're just giving our opinions.
Yeah, I it's just like I it's not like I'm not coming out with the oh my god that's the shittiest movie I've ever seen. It just was like
it could have been. I think it could have been.
It was a total missed opportunity. I really think the casting hurt it a lot.
I think Christopher Nolan was the wrong director.
The casting was wrong. The dialogue was shit. So
yeah,
the dialogue was really bad in parts. And just some of the editing, the back and forth when they're talking, just the close up on the face and the close up on the face and the close up. It's like,
you know who I think would have done. You know who I think should have directed this? Robert Eggers.
Robert Eggers. Who is that?
Robert Eggers directed The Northman. He directed the Lighthouse.
Maybe. Isn't he doing something right now? I feel like
the Werewolf. He's doing
Werewolf.
Werewolf now in December.
I don't know. I think it'd be too. He'd put too weird a fucking freaky spin on it.
I thought the Northman, like some people. There's a few people I listen to on YouTube that feel equally about Robert Eggers as Christopher Nolan, as in pretentious, not as good as these things. I saw the Northman. The Northman took me into another world because of the dialogue. The Northman did not have any 21st century vernacular whatsoever.
So she called Tom Holland too much of a pussy to be king, and then 10 minutes later she rides off in a boat, leaving him to be king. Exactly right. After fucking throwing everything into a tizzy, Odysseus kills all of the future fucking lords of Ithaca, and they just peace out and like, okay, go ahead and pick up the pieces, man. Good luck.
Yeah, I don't see. I mean,
the Trojan armor looked so bad. It's on the thumbnail. Did you see the Trojan armor?
Oh yeah,
I thought the diamond shaped helmets. What the fuck are those?
They felt. I mean, even though it doesn't look like it, but I felt like they were stormtroopers from Star Wars.
It was so bad. Let me see if I can find it, because it was, man.
They looked like something out of like a space. They looked like something out of like a Flash Gordon serial or something. If you know what I mean. Wearing that type of armor. I was expecting to take out their ray guns and start shooting the Greeks.
Where am I gonna? Oh gosh, I gotta find it, because I somehow. Oh, you know what? I probably have a picture of it from when I did my thumbnail here.
But do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, Steve?
Yeah. Look at this. Here, I got it.
They were Numenorians from Rings of Power.
Look at that. Yeah. What is that? What? Like, he can't look. He's having to look up to see out of it.
Yes.
What are we doing?
Oh man.
Like, right. I didn't even like the.
Let's look up Troy.
See, I didn't even really like the Trojan armor, but it's better than this. Now, the Greek armor in Troy was much better. I wasn't a big fan of the Trojan armor in Troy, but it was good enough to have a different, like, there was a clear difference between the two. This is just fucking looks like plastic. It looks like plastic, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
What's up, Salamar? This is Andrew also, right? Andrew 2, or Andrew no, Alex and Andrew. There you go. part of what people want when watching something like this is to feel like they are in the ancient age. Modern lingo takes away 100%. The music was also very weird in places. I don't understand the need to use the F word in every movie in modern fantasy. I don't either. I also don't understand needing Zendaya in every movie to be like.
I mean, the reason why I'm okay with it in Game of Thrones was because it was, I mean, not near. It was. I mean, it was still depicted in the books like that. So
They are sort of the Numenorians. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they are.
Okay, can I ask you something too?
Sure.
So, all right. So let me get rid of. I almost removed you by mistake. Let me close some of these. I'm gonna close your Trojan horse window too.
Oh.
Oh, can you close that? It won't let me get rid of it.
Oh, sure.
Just because it's messing me up with the windows. Sorry.
All right.
What in fuck's name was the purpose of the giant steel armor island? What the fuck was the purpose of that? I have no idea what the hell the purpose. Literally, they go onto an island. Go ahead.
So in the original story, the Laestrygonians, they're called the Laestrygonians.
Somebody should give us some money because we went to go see this for you guys. No, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, they're the Laestrygonians. They're these giants that literally eat people, but I don't think I saw them eat anybody in this.
Wait, so what is it again?
The Laestrygonians. That's what they're called.
Okay.
And the Laestrygonians are in the original story, he has 10 ships. I think 10 to 12 ships maybe.
Okay.
The reason why there's only one ship left is because the Laestrygonians basically destroyed them all. So these guys didn't just they started eating people, and they also ambushed them by throwing giant boulders at the ships, destroying the ships from the cliffs. Because the only way to access the harbor, there's cliffs.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then so all the ships got trapped, and they couldn't get out because they were being pummeled by boulders by these giants. The only reason why Odysseus survived was because he didn't go in.
Well, because they all this is where you're getting a lot of these comedy things on X right now, because they go onto the island again. They go onto the island. There's literally just a little girl sitting in a field, and they all stop and oh, it's like, hello, little girl. And the little girl turns around and she goes, ah! And she runs the fuck off. I shit you not. She is wearing one of the steel helmets as well.
And that little girl was as tall as the men, so that should tell you something.
And she just runs off, and they come back. All of a sudden, they come marching out, and Huang, Huang, and then that's when you get the tree traps, and then they're all of a sudden they're run away. It's literally like fucking Salty said, fucking Quest for the Holy Grail. It's like Monty Python. They're run away, run away, and they start running away back to the ships again, and then some of them get caught in the tree boxes because all the trees are changing positions, and you're just sitting here going, "Oh God."
I'm like,
it's I thought some of you guys. Well, then there's also it's they finally figure out they have bows later, but it's you guys. I thought a lot of you guys were actually pretty good marksmen. Can't you guys try and shoot some of them? No. Finally, Odysseus shoots some of them while they're sailing away, and he's watching all of his men die. But fuck, who cares? Odysseus makes some asshole decisions in this. They're leaving, and they're like, "Hey, shouldn't we follow Agamemnon? He's going he's going by the trade routes that are known. Don't you want to follow the trade routes, Odysseus?" And he's like, "I've followed Agamemnon enough. We're going to go our own way and maybe find some other shit." And it's what? Why would you do that? Just fucking sail the known way with have you ever heard there's strength in numbers, idiot? Just go with Agamemnon made it home. Why the fuck wouldn't you just sail with him?
Exactly.
So that's a first choice where Odysseus fucks him over. Right, and then there's the cave thing. He's they go in the cave with the Cyclops. He's everybody's we should get the fuck out of here because I guess Odysseus likes eating the Cyclops' cheese.
Yeah, that was that whole that thing was just like they couldn't even get the moment with where he says I am nobody or
Nope, they didn't do the
I am
whole.
Otis. I am Otis.
Well, because it was too much money to do more than one Cyclops, apparently. We need to get the big fucking giant armor wearing guys instead of having more Cyclopses, because there's only one Cyclops. I was surprised they even stabbed him in the eye. I was like, oh shit, they stabbed him in the eye. Now they did that not 100% correct, but I did, they stabbed the Cyclops in the eye with a hot red poker. That, it's like, okay. I thought some of the Cyclops stuff was some of the better stuff in the movie, honestly.
And it was blinded. It was blinded, and he didn't need to, fucking attack it again when they were leaving.
So
did that. The fact he did that, he lost 2 more men because the Cyclops chased them right to the ship, went into the water, but then just stopped.
So Odysseus, they go into the cave. Odysseus, he eats some of the cheese. He's like, oh, somebody lives here, and there's these bags hanging up all over the walls, and he just dips his fucking mug in there, and he's like, oh, it's fucking cheese. It's pretty fucking good. And the guys are his whole army's like, we should get the fuck out of here, man. He's like, he's like, nah, fuck that. Let's build a fire and welcome. We'll welcome the people who live here home to their own home with a fire built. And it's like, huh? And then I think it's like, oh, Zeus's rule is like, he's like, and then one of his fucking compadres has to be like, people, not all people know Zeus's rule, and Odysseus is like, fuck that, everybody knows the Zeus rule. Shut up, you bitch. Make a fire. And of course, the sheep all come back in, and the Cyclops comes in and closes it and starts eating people. So it's like, good decision, Odysseus. Way to go. And then
how did they? Okay, so maybe I did not pick up on all of it because I was like they tried to make it like a pseudo horror movie where it's completely dark in there because the closes the cave, so only light that you're seeing is from the fire that they made.
Right.
And this you see an arm come out of the darkness, grab few of his men. How did they hide from it? Did they just could it not see? The light,
I don't know. Light. I think he just got done eating, so he went to sleep. That's
I don't. I have to. Maybe I gotta reiterate.
Creatures in the modern plate mill. That was who were you named them? The creatures in the plate mill. What did you see? Who did you say they were?
They're the Laestrygonians, man-eating giants.
But what's up with the trees? I have no idea. What's up with the armor? Like, what's up with all of it?
That armor did not look like armor from the Bronze Age. It looked like.
I swear they only showed one ship before they got to the island, and then some of they did. It was jarring to me too. It was only one ship, then all of a sudden there were 3 ships there. You're not wrong. I noticed it too. It was an editing mistake. They fucked it up because it was only one ship that showed up, and then all of a sudden there were 3. I'm like, where the fuck did all these guys come from? Yeah, I thought the exact same thing. So it's not just you.
Did they ever show one of the ships getting destroyed or not?
They did. They showed the plate mail guys ripping one apart for sure. The two other ships get ripped apart leaving. So yeah. Cyclops got pink eye. Yeah, absolutely. Totally. So Odysseus makes the wrong call for them to stay in the cave, and then they sit there a few days, maybe. I don't know how long they're there. Time, who knows time in this movie, but the Cyclops is just eating people at random, and then they decide they're gonna get out, and they put like hay on their back, and they blind him with the poker, so they pop his eye, and then they decide they're gonna get out by pretending to be sheep, and when he lets his sheep out to graze, so they sneak out, and then they're home free. They're out of the cave. The Cyclops is none the wiser really, and he's just sort of sitting there, and Odysseus is like, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna shoot him. So he just shoots him in the eye again.
Yeah.
Like they were home free, and Odysseus is just like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
And he's like, and his buddy's like, what the fuck? Why did you do that shit? He's like, he ate 4 of our friends, and then he eats 2 more of his friends.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like Odysseus, you are a fucking moron.
Yeah.
No, not even close. Not even close. I'm trying to. So, Charlize Theron as Calypso was actually okay. I thought she was okay as Calypso.
And the thing was they get the Cyclops drunk. Odysseus somehow gets the Cyclops drunk, and then they do the they stab it in the eye.
Yep. Yeah, he uses his tactical thinking, because he's a smart tactical person. He tactically outsmarts the Cyclops, and then they fucking
yeah. And then the Cyclops can actually talk,
Yeah, well, and he has buddies there. Yeah, the whole nobody trick. Yeah, he outsmarts the Cyclops. Now, see, that's the problem with this too. None of the problems are solved by smarts of Odysseus. It's just happened because the script needs it to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
None of it's intelligence or anything. He just like the whole pigs with Cersei thing. He sort of like sussed that out because the script needed him not to turn into a pig, right?
Much, yeah.
Oh no, that's right. He shot a deer and it turned into a human.
Yeah.
After he killed it. Why? I don't know. Because apparently when you're dead, you turn back into human from being an animal. Nick, for $5, I request we always come back to. Is. We wish it was closer to the source material. Why can't Hollywood get that? I don't know. Like, we're in the day of the remake, and so adaptations fail because they feel like they need to take adaptation. They want to play with the adaptation and change it from the source material to make it their own, which is a fatal flaw. Every time they do this, they fail. And then now with the remakes are completely pointless. Every remake that is made, there's no reason for it to exist. I know people liked How to Train Your Dragon. There's no reason for it to exist. There's no reason for Lion King to exist. There's no reason for live action Moana to exist. There's no reason for Avatar The Last Airbender live remake to exist. Because even if you do it 1-to-1, you still have the far superior version acted and voice acted by the people that did it originally. You're just going to fight a losing battle. It will never be better than the animated version if you're doing a live action remake of something animated. So it's
great.
I don't know. They haven't figured it out. They're never going to figure it out. And it's one of those. I just, yes, I do want as close to 1-to-1 because that's why we love it. I don't need your spin on it. If you're going to adapt something, it's because we love it and we want to see what we loved on screen. We don't want you to warp it into your own fucking bullshit and then put it on screen. I want to see Randall Thor becoming the Dragon Reborn on screen like I read it. That would be cool. I don't need this other bullshit you guys did. I want to see The Last Airbender the way it was as a fucking cartoon. If you're going to do it, like, you're going to change it all, why are you even doing it? Like, you're taking the thing that's beloved and you're fucking it up. Why do you think people are not going to give you shit about that? I don't get it.
And they're running out of ideas. They can't come up with their own stuff. So
they're completely running out of ideas because we're now doing Moana. Moana has barely been out 10 years and we're already doing it. How does the Cyclops grab people without depth perception? I don't know. He's pretty good. I think he uses his sucky vacuum fingers.
No, he is the son of Poseidon. I don't know.
Yeah, they do mention that too. Like, all of a sudden, like, oh, the Cyclops is Poseidon's son, and then they don't really use that for anything.
Yeah, he just said, oh, yeah, so, like we couldn't even understand the Cyclops. It was just moaning.
Dude, your time would be much better spent watching Xena.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
I read something which made a lot of sense to me. The studios know this movie is mediocre and they know their decisions made it worse, but they don't care because the goal was to have this version of the Odyssey played in high school literature classes for the next 30 years instead of the version that what matches what Homer wrote. You could be right, and that's also a way to brainwash people into thinking Helen of Troy is black when she's most definitely not. Sorry, she's not. If you want to change things, you have to take a really big swings and let everyone know about it. i.e., "Oh brother, where art thou?" was fine. No one was expecting the Odyssey when they went to see it. It's like, yeah, I would have like, yeah, I didn't expect it. I knew they were making changes, and I sort of like, they made the baffling choice to do the press tour they did, which was crazy with the fact that Elliot Page and Lupita are barely in the fucking movie. So why are you giving them so much like attention? It's like the anti-press tour. I don't get it. But the movie still, like I said it going in with my kids, it's like I'm gonna try and give this a fair shake and just sort of just hope it's good because I've liked Nolan stuff in the past, and just it lost like the first. It was just that first hour drags on so bad, like that you're just like sort of looking. Have you? Do you guys have? Do you remember any movie in the past where you're just sitting there looking at your watch, going, "How much longer do we got?" There was one point I asked what time it was, and like my son looked at his watch on his phone or his clock on his phone, and we realized we still had an hour left, and we're all just like, "Oh my god, there's an hour left of this shit." That is not a good sign, man. When you're looking at your like, the opposite is when you have a movie like Lord of the Rings and you go through 3 hours and you didn't even know it was 3 hours, and you're like, "Oh shit, why did it stop?" Which people want to try and compare this movie to Lord of the Rings, which is a fucking huge mistake. It's not even close. If I want the Odyssey again, I'll just go reading it. I'll tell you what, I downloaded the audiobook version, and Sir Ian McKellen was the audio reader. It was fantastic.
I got that same one. It
was fantastic. He does a great job. Yeah, it was great. Hey, Ghostbusters 2016 was totally worth the it totally was, right? And just as I said, Children of Blood Bone images come out, accurate casting, they can do it when they want to. Children of Blood and Bone, I might have to, I don't even know what that is, so. The Aladdin live action wasn't bad. I never watched it. I won't. I'll just watch the cartoon if I want to watch Aladdin. That's how I feel about most of these things.
Lion King, all that crap. That's all that stuff's a waste of time. Like I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah. Nolan equal poo list for me now. Look, and I know, like I was talking to my father before I left too. Like Oppenheimer was okay for like it was a good movie, right?
It was fine.
I don't have any aching need to watch it ever again.
The same here. I didn't even pick up the physical media.
I watched it once because it was one of those things, like it was a movie that you sort of had to watch, to be part of the it was the big movie of that time, so everybody wanted to watch it. You had to watch it, and it was fine. But if it was, I don't think I'll ever watch it again. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever watch Oppenheimer again. And this maybe gets a watch if I'm really, really bored, but I feel like Troy, even with all its flaws, is a much more entertaining movie. The fight scene with Hector and Achilles still kills it. I didn't like the fights in this were okay at times. Some of them were slow and clunky. The first sword swipe with Elliot at the beginning was terrible. I don't know if you noticed that, but I was like, "Oh my god, great! Here's what we're in for." Because like the guy had to hold up because she was late. I don't know if you saw that. The very first scene, the sword fighting was horrible because there was a person that shouldn't be in the movie there. I still don't understand why there was a person there to gift the Trojan horse to the Trojans. It felt weird to me. But hey, what's up, Amanda? Hey, well, Disney Star Wars should add Agamemnon to its Star Wars list.
Oh, sorry. I mean, did you not feel that? It felt like it was Darth
100%.
going into Troy.
Just standing there. They open the gate and just standing there. Agamemnon, dude, they could be shooting arrows at your ass,
not just Darth Vader, but Jason. Like he was like Jason Voorhees in a way.
Well, and I also didn't
take out his machete.
And like I keep comparing it to Troy. Troy did a much better job of the siege of fucking Troy, because the siege of Troy, literally the Greeks. Yes, it's a moonless night, but there are fucking Trojans on the walls, and you're telling me there's Greeks right below them and they can't see them? They have fire.
Yeah,
like they have fires lit and shit. So they're literally standing right out front the gate and nobody sees them. Whereas, they give the signal in Troy, they give the signal and everybody comes running up as they're opening the door.
I like how they stay put. The Trojans stay put while they're trying to open the door. Like, that's the one thing you don't want them to do. You have to go and stop them.
Yeah, they're sitting there hiding. It's like, dude, you need to shoot all of them with arrows right now, or
you're all dead.
And they're all hiding behind trees and shit. It's like, no, fucking get your bows out. What the fuck?
Better start shooting them because they're opening your gates. You know.
Yeah, no, that was weird too, that they just didn't do a fucking straight out charge, like, and they were hiding. Like, I was like, really, we're gonna hide when they have to. Yeah, it I don't know. It was like it made it a lot less realistic for me, the fact that they just didn't like go balls out to get them at the gate. If you're not gonna have a fight at the gate, don't make them too late to even make a difference, right? Don't have them get there and stop. Right? I don't know. And they shoot the one guy and it doesn't matter. I don't know.
And the were barely manned. I'm like, dude, you're
two people on the wall.
Wall, really?
Well. So to be fair, they think they're all gone. To be fair, but still, there was only two people on the wall. It seemed a little bit ridiculous. They think the Greeks are gone at this part. But my problem is, you still have two people on the wall. You have fires burning, and there's literally Greek people standing right below you, and you haven't seen them. It's like, no, you give them the signal and they run in like they do in Troy. They shouldn't be standing there, but whatever. Again, that's a smaller nitpick, but I think it's worse that the soldiers of Troy were alerted and they didn't just bum rush the gate, knowing that if that gate opens, they're dead.
Yeah.
But, I guess, I guess you don't live and learn, I guess. Let's see here. How you doing, Amanda? Hope you're well. You should compare the Odyssey to the feminist one. What, the show? The movie?
There's the feminist.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the actual? So you're talking about the books or the show to? Or are you talking about the movie to the feminist?
He's talking about the books. He's talking about the Homer the translation. There's a.
Well, I can already tell you, you're not gonna, strong Helen of Troy, who's berating Menelaus, is probably from the feminist book.
It's talking about the Emily Watson translation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the that's where that came from. The strong Helen, strong woman, and the Penelope, who's strong. I've been sitting on the throne for 20 years while I've been the queen of Ithaca. I've been dealing with all his shit. It's like, okay, you're not doing very well. All these suitors are in here eating all your shit. There really was not much action in the movie other than guys running around. I 100% agree. It felt weird. Last movie I saw in the theater was Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. I fell asleep less than halfway in. I don't blame you. I watched that movie through EFAP. That's how I watched Multiverse of Madness. Just have Elliot charge the gate and the guards would die laughing. Yeah, probably. I'm trying to think what else. So the Cyclops stuff was, some of it was all right. I don't know that I really liked the design of the Cyclops, but that's just a preference thing.
Yeah, well, the Cyclops, he had like the nose that was kind of an incline like this, and its one eye was rotated 90 degrees.
Yeah.
So instead of the eye looking like this, the eye.
Well, his nose was fucked up too.
Yeah, the nose was like like this, I think.
And yeah, it was like, and like I don't know. I wasn't real. Yeah, I didn't fall in love with the design of the Cyclops. We'll just say that. But
I was just expecting. I was expecting a normal, like a big, humanoid with just an eye in its forehead.
What was the thing that ate them at the what was the oh god, the whirlpool?
That was the whirlpool is Charybdis, and
Charybdis was
the monster on that was Scylla.
That was Scylla.
That was Scylla, the multi-headed creature that was picking up and eating the men off of the boat as they were passing through that.
I guess maybe I didn't get a good enough look at it. I didn't.
You couldn't see it. You couldn't see anything. They didn't show the sirens. We didn't even.
You could barely see the sirens, right? But if you squinted, you could see one. So I know what you're talking about.
Were they mermaids? What were they?
I couldn't tell.
Mermaids?
I think I saw one, and I think it was a mermaid, but I couldn't tell.
And then the music was nothing special. Like, it didn't make me want to, jump out of my seat and go, or Naked Ladies. They should have showed that. Well, yeah, exactly. But yeah, it didn't make me want to go out of my seat and jump into the freaking projector. Like
for a show that should have a bunch of hot women everywhere, there were no hot women anywhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even Penelope, like Anne Hathaway, I think is whether you like her or not, I think she's a beautiful woman. Sure. She was okay, but they just they had her all red faced and stuff. So I get because she was crying or whatever. Helen was an immediate boner killer. Mm-hmm. Absolute waste of a fucking chance to have someone just gorgeous take over a scene. Calypso was fine. I think, like I said, I think she did fine as Calypso. What's her name?
Yeah, Charlize Theron. Yeah,
Charlize Theron. I think she was fine as Calypso. Cersei was wrong. Everybody wants to suck that chick's dick and say she stole the show. I thought she was shit. I thought it was absolute shit. I thought it was a weird ass scene. I don't know why you got her hand down people's throat to make them pigs. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Just throw oh, let's mold them in the clay. It's like I don't what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Why are we wasting time?
I didn't even want. I was turning my head away. I'm like, what is this?
It was just weird. And you had it was. You know what it made me think of? Total Recall.
Oh, with Quado?
When the face when the the face part when the face starts going the face starts fucking glitching out. That's what it made me think of.
Get ready for a surprise. Sorry. I actually like that scene.
Oh god, it made me think, but just how gross it looked, right? It's just like I said, just have them fall asleep. Throw them outside. When Odysseus comes, they're pigs.
Yeah. It didn't have to be that hard.
You don't have to do the gross molding of their face shit.
I'm like, if you want to show a transformation, then just do the American weird pig and Cersei.
It's so weird. And then of course, did Cersei have a sister in the? Cersei kept her sister a fucking bird because we get along better. It's like that was made up too, right? Was that made up?
I don't know.
Somebody tell me if that was made up. That seemed really weird to me. I don't remember.
So according to Greek mythology, Cersei is a powerful and infamous sister named Pasiphae. Both were daughters of the sun god Apollo, Helios, and
right.
King Pasiphae.
Wait. When they came down the hill at Cersei's place, didn't they eat the fucking herd? Is that where they got in trouble?
No, that was the herd from the herd for Apollo, for Helios.
Well, yeah, but I thought the herd was on that island or it was on a different island.
Different island.
All right, so they did get that part right. Okay, I couldn't remember.
So I think in the original epic, the reason why they all died was because they didn't listen to Odysseus. Odysseus told them not to eat the cattle, and they went and ate the cattle anyways. But then the movie makes excuses for them, saying, "Oh, the wind was wrong. The wind was wrong, and we were starving, and all that."
Well, didn't he go off and do something, and they had come back and they had fucking just killed the cattle, and he was like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
I think so.
I forget exactly how it happens, but it was it wasn't like last ditch effort. They just wanted to eat. I feel like that's right. I don't know.
I don't know. Amanda says everyone is raving about the witch scene, saying it's true horror. When the crew gets turned into animals, was it true horror movie? Yeah, it actually was, and it has no place in the Odyssey.
It was just weird. I don't know, like it was so stupid.
Yeah, I could say it was. Yeah, it would probably be great for a weird fucking animal horror movie. Why it was in the Odyssey, I have no fucking clue. Right, like that's how I feel. That's how, yeah.
I mean,
It could have made a good.
You could say the Cyclops scene was like a horror movie scene, or because of the fact that the hand comes out of the dark and starts eating them, and everybody's going.
Yeah, a little bit, but that's more ambiance. He's there and he's just sort of lurking to get them, so it gives you sort of like this feeling of dread that like you're being hunted. Whereas instead you're just shoving fucking bowels and shit in your face, going, blah, 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 and she's just going around one by one, making your head clay. And
I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I said, what the fuck was?
It's like, why?
I was just like, this is just weird. Like,
it's like, why is this in the Odyssey? Like, you could tell this was a scene that they made because I
guess they wanted to make the nymphs weird and not human or something. I don't know. That actress did not look like a nymph.
No, she looked no. That does not look like someone Odysseus delayed a ride home for a year to hump.
Nobody wanted that.
That's also the thing. That's the problem. They didn't give any of the places. There was no room to breathe. They were like speed running islands. It's like, let's check this island. Let's check this island. Let's check this island. And it's just like there was no room to breathe in between islands.
You're totally right. You're totally right.
And that's what made it comedic every time they ran back to the boat.
Yeah, I know.
Every time they run, it's like, we're running back to the boat again. Yeah, let's go.
There was no dialogue. They were just running back.
I'm like, run away,
run
again. Giant metal guys, fucking crazy witch, run. It's like what the fuck, man?
Oh my god.
Pacing is terrible. So let's see here. Let's see. There were like 3 of them, but there was so much fog that they were really far away. For which? Oh, the sirens. Yeah, you could barely see them. Liberals love that gross shit. Yeah.
So by the way, did I say that you didn't even? I forgot I said this. The Cyclops kind of reminded me of the Rancor in Return of the Jedi. The way
a little bit.
He ate one of the.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know, and you know what? The Cyclops when they were running ate the black dude first.
I didn't notice that.
I wrote down here Cyclops is racist.
Amanda, I don't know. It was pretty horrific in the movie. Like I didn't think it was. I don't know. I would have. I think it would have for me. Now there may be obviously there's people that are really enjoying that scene a lot. I think it would have been better if she fed them, and you leave her hut, or you see them getting tired or something, and you leave and go back to Odysseus, and Odysseus figures, of course, because Athena or Hermes aren't involved, he figures out, I guess, by shooting the deer that they're human, that what they're doing. And by the time Odysseus gets there, his whole crew's gone, and there's a bunch of pigs outside, and you have to put together yourself that, oh, hey, she's turned them into pigs, rather than the whole molding their faces with like their clay and sticking her hand down their throat, and them just going, I can't stop eating. I'm shoving innards in my face, going, blah, 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 blah. It just didn't do it for me. I saw it. I did not see. Did you see it in IMAX? You said you weren't sure.
I think I did. Did now
I did not.
Cersei's Island. Did that not look like where Luke Skywalker was hiding or hanging out?
I didn't even think about.
It kind of looked like it. Kind of reminded me of Octo.
Did it? I didn't even put one and one together. Now I think like we were talking about before. I think parts of the movie look very good. I think that I think there's a lot of things that look nice.
There was actually a little bit more color than your typical Nolan.
Yeah, I thought there was the fucking Odysseus's place. It felt very small. His banquet hall. I don't know. It felt really small, especially compared to Menelaus's. Right? You know what I mean?
Did you get that feeling? It felt very cramped to me and small, but I don't know. Maybe that's how it's described. I don't know. But you know, he had the firelight working in there, which I think was about right. But I mean, I think there was some visual stuff that was actually fine and pretty good. But just like the big thing for me was just the dialogue and just the pacing and just I don't know, man. It just there was so much, a lot of exposition. Like I said, there's oh this okay. So the scene, I gotta know what you thought of the scene. So back when we're back home, okay, Odysseus is just come back to the island, Brian. Okay, and there's a scene where the girl is talking to Penelope. Then she leaves the room, and the one suitor guy is sitting there. The one guy that she's been and whatever, and a tinnitus or whatever. You know, the main suitor guy is sitting there waiting and listening. And she goes and reports to him and tells him what's happening. Then you pan back out, and you see the blind guy is also standing there behind another wall listening to what they're saying. Then you pan out again, and there's another group of people behind another wall listening to what he's saying. And it's like, what is going on?
Yeah, and I was expecting. I was expecting them to kill him or do something.
Ryan almost fell out of his fucking chair because every time they panned out, there was a new person hiding behind a wall, listening to what was going on, and it's like, how many times are we gonna do the same thing over and over again?
I don't know.
It was wild. Oh, Menelaus is supposed to be the richest man in Greece. Yeah. So so I think they did a good job portraying his wealth. Well, and I like John Barenthal a lot, but not as Menelaus. I don't think he fit at all. John Leguizamo was he's not very good. Will be nice. I didn't. Now they didn't do him a very much of a service making him blind. I don't know why they made him blind, but they made a choice to make the pig farmer blind for some reason. Don't know why they did that, but they did. So I don't think they did a service to him. So I think they made his job a lot harder. I think he did better than. I think he actually probably did better than most. That's not saying much.
No.
Yeah. Did they tie Odysseus to the mast? Yes, they did.
Yeah, and it was just they one for some reason the Asian, so the Asian Greek guy decided to remove his earwax or the whatever wax that they were using to protect themselves, and then just jumps in the water, and that's
he
it.
heard,
I was like, what?
He saw Odysseus omega cooming on the mast there, and he's like, I want to omega coom as well, and he took the wax out and killed himself, swam to the sirens, and is currently getting eaten.
Well, we didn't get to see it, so that was very disappointing. I wanted to see.
Nice.
I wanted to see the sirens. I wanted to see them. You know.
It's like why? Yeah. So that's an interesting question. Why did we lean into the spooky pig shaping gore, but the eating from monster gore we skipped? Like the tearing bodies apart and like, like Scylla. Like just moves so fucking fast you couldn't see what the hell was going on, and then it closed into like scurried into the cave. It's just like
the Scylla the Scylla monster reminded me of like you could remember that movie Cloverfield.
The Asian Greek guy, yes, the Asian Greek guy. There are several Asian Greek guys.
There were Asian Greek guy. There was
Persian Greek guy.
There was I swear that Asian Greek guy was the main character or the main actor, and that remember that. You ever see that show Into the Badlands on AMC?
I remember him from Altered Carbon. I remember him from Altered Carbon.
Okay, maybe that was him. All right, okay, maybe that was a different guy.
Maybe you may be right. I don't know, but
yeah. Okay. Maybe.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. No, all the women are shown as powerful, 100%. Right?
Yes.
Helen ain't taking no shit off Menelaus. Penelope is a strong, independent queen who's busy ruling in Odysseus' stead.
Calypso keeps trying to tell him to leave.
Yeah, Calypso keeps telling him to leave, and he's like, "I'm happy here. I don't want to leave." Until like finally, she's like, "My pussy's closed to you, Odysseus. Get the fuck out of here." He's like, "Okay," and then he makes the worst rap ever, and he ends up on Ithaca.
Okay,
worst rap ever.
So the rapper dude, I forget his name already.
I don't even care.
The rapper dude was one of the suitors, and he was kind of recounting something. Recounting part of the Trojan War.
I think he was supposed to be a gleeman guy or something. I don't think he was a suitor. I think he was like supposed to be a bard telling stories badly. It's like, I'm hitting my stick, and Odysseus won the Trojan War. It's like, okay. I don't. Travis Scott. There you go.
Travis Scott.
So pure genius. So the way the movie works is basically we start after we get Elliot's run of glory. Of course, we basically get all these stuff from Odysseus trying to get his memory back from eating the lotus that Calypso gave him instead of the lotus eaters, right? Is that right? The lotus eaters, right?
Yeah, skip that.
But she decides to stop feeding him the lotus in this because she heard thunder. So she decided to stop giving him the lotus, and he started to remember, right?
Something
Am I
like
remembering that right?
Yeah, you think thunder, you think Zeus, I guess. I don't know.
So it's like we loosely play with the idea of gods existing in this movie, but they never lean into it enough, in my opinion. If they weren't going to involve the gods, they should have left them out completely. Instead of this half measure they did. I don't know how you feel about that, but like this whole like half foot in the pool thing with the gods, I don't think worked. Having Athena show up to make faces at Odysseus every once in a while didn't work. Zendaya, like literally, that's Zendaya would literally show up to be like,
Zendaya just pops in and pops out, and then pops
why are you
in.
Here? It's like, why are you here, Zendaya? I don't like, go away. Like, she literally pops up to go, you are a piece of shit, Odysseus. You killed Trojans. It's like, well, yeah, that was my fucking job. Hello. How many Greek lives did I save, Athena? Right? It's like she literally shows up just to make faces. Did you know that the Asian immigrated to the Greek islands and became really? So there is an Asian Greek guy. All right, that's the best casting we got.
Oh my God,
that guy from the Badlands should have been Lan Mandragoran. He's a real martial artist. Oh, you mean for the Wheel of Whatever show?
The wheel of
I would say yes. I think Athena, like she comes to him in a vision like 3 or 4 times, but she only interacts with Odysseus, and I think she's definitely not there because he like reaches out to touch her a few times and she's not there. So I would say it's definitely in his head she's showing up, but she's definitely not. She doesn't appear to anybody else. No gods show up to anybody else. There's barely, we get a whole bunch of Zeus's rules and Zeus's hospitality speak. There's one mention of Poseidon, and I think that's about it. There's no Helios' herd is mentioned, and then we don't hear. Do we hear? Oh, Helios we hear about, yeah. So, and then the Helios part, they eat the cattle, and then they go on the ocean, and you get a bunch of really obnoxiously loud lightning, and stuff that you couldn't hear anything that was going on. All you could hear was loud clashes of lightning, and they all die, and Odysseus lived.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. She shows up. She literally shows up to do this. This is hold on, I got it. This is her face the whole this is what she does. All right, here you go. Tell me if I'm accurate here. All right, Brian. Odysseus, you suck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why are you terrible?
Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. It's that man, what a fucking miscast, Athena. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Whether you like Zendaya or not, no fucking way. Like, come on.
I'm grateful she was barely in it. Like, if you turn your head, like, I was you should have seen me. I was texting on my phone. You saw we were wondering what happened to you, Steve.
I was watching it.
We thought you fell asleep.
I was watching it and having laughs with my children because I was surprised how much they fucking laughed through it.
Yeah.
They like I couldn't believe how much Ryan and Bella laughed. All right, well here you go. This is what do you guys think of this one? Need I say more? Need I say more?
Night and day difference. Who's that? Alexandria Daddario?
Alexandra Daddario.
Freaking great.
I mean, like, come on.
Yeah.
Sounds like Percy Jackson did the Lotus Eaters better. I think you're right. She is smoking and looks wise too. 100%
There were no Lotus Eaters in this movie.
There were no Lotus Eaters. No. Nope.
So the only appearance of the Lotus was for some reason instead of Calypso using her own power, she gives him the Lotus for some reason.
This would have been my Cersei right here. Right here. This is who should have been Cersei to me. Who? Right there. Boom.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. That's who I would pick to play Cersei right there. You can leave. She got
that wicked. She gets pretty, but she's got that wicked smile on top of it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I can totally see it.
Yeah. And then you can keep Charlize Theron as Calypso, no problem.
Yeah.
Odysseus is wrong. I don't know who we'd replace Matt Damon with. I'd have to think about that a little bit. Menelaus is completely wrong too. There is a scene where they're hunting pheasants, like they're shooting, like they're out with their shotguns, pheasant farming.
Yeah,
I didn't know what to make of that scene. That one was a little bit weird to me, but Helen's just in the background being uber mad. Starts shooting birds. She's just like, eh. Like, I don't understand why anybody's talking to that woman at all about this movie. She's barely in the movie, as she should be. Helen plays no bearing on this fucking story at all. So I was glad that she was barely in it, but just like, I don't understand why the fuck they gave her any time of day.
I'm looking to see a suitable person that could play that I think could have done a good job with Odysseus. I'm trying to look.
I don't know, man. I'd have to think about it. Shooting birds from the hip at like 10 feet. Yep, they were like speed pulling. It's like
I like Sean Bean as Odysseus in Troy.
Yeah, he's too old though.
That's
but I thought he was fine, and I think he was okay. Did the Giants look bad in the movie? Yes, they looked terrible.
Wasn't that good? Yeah.
No, they looked bad. The whole scene was a mess, in my opinion. You got the moving trees. It literally felt like it was in a comedy skit. It was fucking weird.
What about Robert Downey Jr.? Do you think he could have pulled it off? Do you think he could have pulled it off, or maybe Ethan Hawke? especially from his performance in the North.
Maybe. I don't think he's got enough gravitas. Not now, anyways. Yeah, I don't know. You need somebody with like real chops.
Someone with chops, is of average stature basically, but really, has to use their brains. Someone who comes off as intelligent.
Yeah. I don't know. No, don't. That Digger movie looks weird as fuck, but it looks sort of entertaining. I don't know if you had a preview for that.
I did. And Tom Cruise just being an asshole to his workers. That's always
so pure genius. I hate to break this to you. There was nobody seen at all.
Nobody.
There was only one Cyclops. They did not outsmart the Cyclops at all. The scene basically goes: Odysseus goes in the cave. He eats the Cyclops cheese. They decide to make camp in there, even though the whole crew wants to leave. The Cyclops comes and locks them in, eats two of his crew. Then they all panic and have to sit in there for a while. And the Cyclops continues to eat them. They form a plan to get out. They, of course, only half of them get out, and they can't get out because the Cyclops is onto them. They decide to then poke him in the eye with the burning stick. So they get like a big piece of wood, and they heat it up, and they stab him in the eye. And then they pretend to be sheep because the Cyclops lets his sheep out to graze out of his cave every day. So he opens the cave, and they put like hay on their back, and they pretend to be sheepies, and they get out of the cave. And then Odysseus turns around and says, "Fuck you, Cyclops," and shoots him in the face again. And then the Cyclops runs after him and eats two more people because Odysseus is an asshole. Yep.
That sounds
and
about
there's
right.
only one Cyclops. There's one Cyclops, and Odysseus decides to not leave well enough alone. He decides to antagonize the Cyclops more, which gets two of his mates killed. I'm worried that Digger is just another one of those long line bad global warming. Maybe it could be. I don't know. Yeah, it was an interesting trailer. I don't know. We'll see. Tom Cruise is crazy, man. I love him. Yeah, it's sort of disappointing, especially because I think it sounds bad, but even with it, I think the Cyclops scene is one of the better scenes in the fucking movie, and that's I don't know what you think, but I think the Cyclops scene is one of the better ones in the movie for me. I don't know. What about you?
It's one of the better ones in terms of of it being kind of scary, but it ended in such a retarded way.
Yeah,
it wasn't as awesome as the original.
Well, it's just Odysseus keeps making like
stupid mistakes,
legit decisions, like just pure negligence, like from the get. Not it's like, no, we're not going to follow Agamemnon. Fuck it. It's like, okay, sure. And then you're going to antagonize the Cyclops after you've got free. And then just the whole the fight scene at the end. I think it was. I really think they didn't do themselves any favors making it just Odysseus against all the suitors. I think it was a mistake. It was all to get the ending they wanted, which was Telemachus? Telemachus?
Yeah, Telemachus.
It was all to get Telemachus to be king, and it's like you're trying to make it make sense, but it still doesn't make sense. Odysseus, Telemachus's father, who Penelope just called a weak bitch, you're gonna make king after Odysseus is killed all of the sons of the noble people. We think there's not going to be a problem.
You sound muffled.
Sorry, it must be my connection.
You're okay. You're good now. The moment they close the doors, literally instead of him going to the throne after he shoots the arrow through the axe heads.
I also didn't picture the axe heads. I thought it was 5 axes, not.
It was 10, but I think they made it 12 in the movie.
Okay, because I thought it was just 5 with just like holes in them. I didn't realize they were crossed. For some reason, I had in my head that was just 5 accents, but okay, so it is.
Yeah, and then I mean, the thing is, Odysseus is so good with the bow.
Is the strumming thing in the where he strums the bow? Is that in?
I don't know why they did that. They made it so dramatic that he strung the bow.
No, it's like I keep thinking it's like, Odysseus, you're a retard. Why are you strumming? Why are you alerting the prey that you're trying to eat that you're going to kill it? Oh, because it's fair. It's like, what? What are you talking about? He even did it when he was starving on Circe's island. He's going to shoot the thing, and he's like, "Oh, I can't shoot it without going bong." It's like, that's not how bows work. Like, it works with your bow because it's supposed to be extra taut, right? Like, yours is making that sound because yours is supposed to be incredibly hard to string, so it's extra tight, right? So it went bong, right? So I couldn't remember if that was actually in the original or not, but it's just like, why are we doing the bong thing? I don't know. What's up, Amber Lopez? The Oddity. Once the reviews are realized by the public, it will crash and burn in epic fashion. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I went in trying to just be open. I probably, if I'm thinking about it now, I sort of feel like the same way with Fire and Blood with House of the Dragon. I feel like I shouldn't have listened to it.
How many episodes are there now? I haven't even watched
beyond 4 the first episode. House of the Dragon, because I feel like now that I've read Fire and Blood, it's making that show worse. Yeah. It's like, now that I know how far astray they've gone, it's like for this, I sort of feel like the same way. It's like, now I listened to the Odyssey, read by Sir Ian McKellen, and it was great. And I missed parts of it because I was listening to it at work because I was inaudible, but it was a great story. And it's one of those, now I've watched this, and it's just like how like disjointed and weird they decided to do it. And then you have Darth Agamemnon and Circe's the clay maker, and it's just like all the weird shit, and then just the dialogue being weird. It's just like, man, but it's also, nobody ever trusts Rotten Tomatoes anymore. We still use it to laugh or to I guess to show, like, I don't know why people still use Rotten Tomatoes, but yeah, though you could tell most of those reviews were almost identical. So you sort of knew that they weren't genuine. So I agree with you. I think this probably will have a terrible, like, horrible second week drop. And then after the second week, Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out, which is going to make all the money in the world, because that movie actually looks good and hopefully will be good.
I mean, I did look at some of the iPass showings for tonight. Actually, were mostly a full theater, or for the 2 showings. I haven't looked at any of the other ones, so I don't know what to think. But I don't know. I think it won't. I don't think it's going to flop, personally.
I don't think it's going to flop. I think it'll just make its money back. I think just
roughly, or maybe a little bit more.
I think it'll make slightly more. I don't think it'll be the big blockbuster. I don't think it's going to hit $1 billion.
Oh no, absolutely. I don't think.
I think maybe what's break even?
Movies barely break $1 billion nowadays.
Is break even 700? What is break even for this?
Let me look. Let's take a look.
Odysseus sails off to the sunset, into the sunset with Penelope. Pure genius.
Yeah, he doesn't take up his throne. He never. I mean, when does he ever? He doesn't ever sit on the throne.
He never sits on the throne. Nope.
So, like, at least in the Arm and Asant adaptation,
he never takes the throne.
He shoots. Such a cool sequence. He shoots the arrow through the axe heads. He turns back into young Arm and Asant. He gets up, stands upright, goes to the throne, and tells them, "I'm going to kill you all." And they're like, "Why are you going to kill us?" "Because you stole my life." And he just starts shooting and killing. And then Telemachus is sparing them all. It was awesome. This movie was trying.
Yeah, because they fucking missed the whole point. Odysseus is a master technician and a fucking goddamn student of war, right?
Yeah, and
the whole suitor scene isn't him just going, "Hey, I'm gonna stand in the middle of this room, shoot an arrow, and then just get attacked on all sides, and I'll just win." No, he set it up tactic. The whole reason for him going in and scouting out what's going on is so he could set up his revenge properly, so he could kill everybody he needed to kill.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't just go in there and go, "Oh, I'm just, I'm the bowmaster. I can, fuck it, nobody," right? He got people, he got enough people that he could formulate a plan. He formulated a plan, and then he worked the plan. So there's none of that in this. It's all just him running around with the fuck like he's a fucking lost duck. There's no planning. There's nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. By the way, $700
million.
So I forget how maybe Will's not here to correct me because he would know all this stuff. The budget according to Wikipedia is $250 million. Now I think that the conservative amount for marketing is the same amount. I think $250 million.
I think that's conservative, but I think that's probably low for this movie. I feel like they've done a lot of marketing.
So you think it's twice the?
I think 700 million is fair. If the budget was the budget you said was 250 million.
Yeah,
I think 700 million is a fair number.
And then you got to then you have to understand that was it like 60% goes to the studio, and I think 40% goes to the theater.
So I will be. I don't know. I'm gonna have to focus. I don't know that it makes 700. I don't know that it makes 700. Like, because I sort of I'm with Amber here. I think once word gets out of how bad it really is,
yeah,
I think week 2 is gonna tank. And I don't wasn't it tracking for like 100 million domestic?
I don't know.
So it's gonna have to make all its money internationally, and I don't know that it makes shit. Could it make under 700 million? I guess we're gonna have to see the first week.
Well, I don't know if it's gonna. I mean, if it makes it that much, I mean, I won't.
So it didn't even have a huge battle. No huge battle. Like I wouldn't call the throne room scene a huge battle. It was sort of like a little skirmish, and he was.
No, it was a long skirmish. It was.
I don't know. I did not.
How long was it? 10 minutes.
I didn't like the throne room scene at all because he kept breaking to stupid shit like fucking Robert Pattinson going, "Oh, the shields! Get the shields!" Yeah, and then they go back to fighting. Oh, the spears are down. Get the spears. And then because his character's supposed to be dead. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they cut between Odysseus trying to fight and kill as many of these guys as possible alone, and then it cuts to Telemachus trying to stop this one suitor in the armory. So John Leguizamo basically seals him into the armory, but then lets Telemachus in, and Telemachus is struggling to fight this one suitor guy who's a nobody in the armory. And I'm just like, come on, dude, come on.
Yeah, you're out there training and all this shit. It's like, man, you do suck.
And then he does the exact move against that guy that they showed earlier that he did against him. The whole, wasn't that supposed to be like his sheathing the sword or something?
I don't know. I hated it. I thought it was. I didn't like it at all. It's the biggest fight you could say they had was the throne room scene, and it wasn't. I didn't think it was well choreographed. I didn't think it was dramatic.
How was the editing? I was kind of looking up and down.
I to be honest, it was so dark. It was in that scene. It was so dark. It's hard to tell.
Like Game of Thrones level lighting.
Well, and Odysseus is in there fighting with his bow, and it's just like, why didn't you I don't know. I didn't think it was well choreographed. I'd have to see it again, but I don't know. Are you
going to see it again? Or are you going to wait?
Not in theaters. No way. No way. No, I 0% chance I do that again. But I don't know. I don't think it was like they put him in an unrealistic situation. They put him center room
Yeah,
like they did it again. He
wasn't on the dais with the weapons behind him.
They put him center room again.
Yeah.
They have this obsession with putting the people, the main characters, in the center of a room, and then just making them immortal, where they can fight everybody on all sides. Stop doing it. It takes you out of the fight. I don't believe you. Odysseus should have died.
Yeah.
He was all by himself in the center of a room against hundreds of people. He should have died. He didn't have position. He didn't have anything. He didn't have people to fucking back him up. All they had to do was bum rush him, and he was done.
Yeah, and they did.
Yeah, but he managed to get. I don't even remember how he managed to get up. They were all on top of him. You're right.
Yeah, they're all to stomping on him.
Maybe I'll do a fight autopsy. That's possible, but that fight is so hard to see. But I'm trying to think. Are we missing anything that was agreed? Like,
let me look at my phone notes. Let's see.
Because the Menelaus stuff was retarded, the Helen stuff was retarded, the Cersei stuff. You had the.
Oh, did anybody clap when you left?
No,
nobody.
Not a single person.
No, nobody. It was nothing. When in my theater, it was mostly. It was like good 50 to 60% boomers.
All
boomers, and everybody was leaving like it was a funeral.
Yeah, it was quiet. Everybody just left. Yeah, we were laughing. Like me and the kids were sort of laughing, and it was dead quiet. The death scene. I was very irritated that we had to get a speech from Elliot Page about how bad a guy Odysseus was.
Oh, on the island with the dead?
Hades. Yeah, the Hades thing. And then and then we had, of course, the sprint back to the ship again. We had another.
What was I didn't know what was going on there. Did all the casualties of the
all the dead people in the Trojan War came back and want revenge on Odysseus because they didn't bury them properly.
Oh my god!
So they're all big mad at him. So they all want to kill him. It's like, will you stop, please? Can you cut it out? Odysseus. Why are we making it feel like Odysseus should be regretting what he did at Troy? He saved countless lives at Troy.
Yeah.
For his team. Like, he doesn't care about Trojan lives. He cares about Greek lives. So why are you making it sound like he gives a shit that all these Trojans got killed? He doesn't. He was there fighting for the Greeks, and he saved Greek lives.
Okay, I got a question for you. Can you explain this one to me?
I'll try.
Remember when they're recruiting, or the people are signing up to become part of the war effort or something like that, and you have freaking Antinous and Sign-On or whatever switch places or something. I don't fully understand what the fuck was going on.
I don't. They botched it because I don't understand what the fuck happened either. So
because
it did. So of course, instead of being a strong king and choosing people to go on the crusade, he pussies out and does a lottery. So Odysseus has a lottery to figure out who's going to Troy with him, instead of just going, every able-bodied man is going to Troy. Whatever. So then we have the fucking I volunteers tribute portion of the evening. Call back to so I guess fucking Antonius gets picked. No, the kid. See, I thought they switched because I thought the kid got chosen, but then they gave it to Antonius, but then the kid ended up going.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't even remember.
Because I thought they traded tokens, so the tall kid went and not the black haired kid.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't they switch? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they switched.
I thought they switched tokens, and then for the big guy to go in the small kid's place because or maybe it's why I don't know.
Wasn't it because because of the fact that that Sinon, or Elliot Page's character was a peasant.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be Sinon and Antonius. So they were asking Antonius to switch with Sinon, I thought, or was it the other way around because they didn't want Antonius to go? I don't even remember. I didn't even get, like, it was supposed to cause some drama. It was supposed to be like one of the main points for him wanting to kill Antonius or whatever the fuck his name is. It became Sinon, the fucking peasant person, which who gives a shit? The made up character that doesn't exist became one of the major driving forces for Odysseus to kill the suitors. What the fuck are we doing? Right?
Yeah.
We have to have a 5-minute speech with the dying Antonius or whatever is it? Is that his name? Antonius? I forget his name.
Antonius.
We have to have a 5-minute speech. Sinuous was the best ever. He was a brave fucking guy. He was the best. He was the best. And here's the little marker that you're pussy and didn't fucking take. Fuck you, die. It's like, shut up, Odysseus. Where'd your balls go? Fuck off.
Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you read it, but I made the joke that that Elliot Page was no senator's son.
Yeah.
You got the reference, right?
Yeah.
CCR.
Yeah. It had to be Penelope. Penelope did the surgery before they left because it was part of the family. The point of war is not to die for your country, but to make your enemy die for his. Exactly. Exactly.
George S. Patton.
And like that's what he did, and he spends the whole. You're right. It's the apology tour. It's the I feel bad for being good at my job. I feel bad for being a good soldier. I feel bad for saving Greek lives.
And that's a problem with modern entertainment. That's why people are not going to less and less people are seeing movies.
Of course, with the break in every once in a while of who. Odysseus, you're a bad guy.
Yeah,
you're a meanie. You're a big meanie, Odysseus. Hold on. Let's get some visual aids here. I can do it. Here we go. Odysseus, you're terrible. I hate you. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I did the wrong. Unfortunately, I have 2 images of her up. There you go. Yeah, that's a much better Athena than Alexandra Daddario, huh?
Yeah, I guess they included her because I guess Tom Holland was in the movie, and I guess wanted his wife to be in it.
I'm so tired of Zendaya. I'm tired of Anna Taylor-Joy. I'm so tired of seeing their faces. What's your all score? 1 out of 10? I think I'm at a 5, maybe worse.
I'm at the same level, maybe a 6.
I think I'm at a 5. I don't think I can get to 6. I don't know if I can. It's the more we're talking about it, the more it's just wrong, and then the dialogue is just a mess. So the people making this, winning a war is bad. Yep. I think they imply that Sinon was a slave of Ant's dad, and they swapped him.
Something like that.
So they swapped the slave for Ant, or Ant swapped with the slave. But then why was Odysseus there, like, okay with it?
Because
he's just
like Antonius. You gotta take care of. Well,
and Antonius spends the rest of the fucking movie going, I wanted to go, but Odysseus told me to stay. Is that what happened? Like they traded and he was okay with it because he
something like that. Yeah,
like is that
he was okay with it.
But then we're making but so it was it or were they okay with it or were they not? Because like is he so it's like I don't understand what happened.
Odysseus apparently was okay with it. He said
so did they trade
Antinous to protect the homeland while he's gone?
Right. So why are they sticking the fucking token back in his face at the end if he was okay with it? Right? Am I getting this confused? Odysseus was right there at the fucking the lottery, right? The two of them were there. They traded tokens, and Odysseus is like, protect the mainland, and he's like, come with me, lad, right? And they walked away together.
Yeah, pretty much.
So why are we pissed off at him for trading the token if you're right there when it happened? Alex, am I wrong here? Am I remembering this wrong? I think that's what happened, but it makes very little sense.
Yeah, well, apparently, I guess he says if I were Odysseus, I wouldn't want the coward either.
Well, how do you know he's a coward yet? Like he's just a kid. They're both just kids.
Both kids, yeah.
I am right. Okay, then it all makes no sense. If they traded with his knowledge, why are we making it a big fucking deal and shoving it back in his face? I don't understand. You know the switch was made. You encouraged it, right?
Right.
5, 6. Okay, 5, 6, and 5 years. No one would remember that it even existed if Chris Nolan didn't make it. I agree with that. I think 5, 6 is very fair. I think I'm at 5, just for the visuals. Period. I honestly can't think of a scene in the movie that I'd be like, yeah, that's really good. I want to see that scene again. Can you?
No,
can you pick a scene out that you really liked?
No, not really. The acting was flat as hell.
Yeah. Well, God, Matt Damon was so monotone and one tone. Like he wouldn't start putting me to sleep.
He didn't stand out at all. Like I can't.
It was just one tone. Like, and I'd love to hear what some of you guys have to say about it after, whether you put a comment in the live stream or come into the Discord or whatever. If you watch this movie, whether it's Sailing the High Seas or whatever, Matt Damon gives the worst performance I've ever seen him give. It is monotone gibberish. It's just, I am Odysseus. You guys should eat the piggies. Hi, let's go sailing. You guys are great. Penelope, I love you. You're the best queen. Telemachus, be careful. I'm a beggar. Oh, by the way, nobody's noticing Odysseus in his own hall. Penelope doesn't notice. Doesn't recognize his voice. The reason it works in the book is because Athena helps him, but he just walks he's just he put on a robe so nobody notices that it's Odysseus.
Yeah, and he grew out his beard.
I don't buy it. Sorry, I don't buy it. I'm so sick of Zendaya as well. She has no acting range at all. I dread seeing her in Spider-Man. Yeah, she has no. Yeah, I mean that she literally just she spent the movie. That's literally, she would show up, make a face at Odysseus, and then leave. That was her role.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, is there any scene in the movie that stands out as really good? We were just talking about that. Hold on.
You said the best part of the movie was the Cyclops.
I think that might be it. I think the best part might be the Cyclops, even though it wasn't.
And it ended on such a.
I'm just trying to think to myself. Do I think that's the best scene? It might be.
It got ruined by how stupid Odysseus was.
Right? Maybe Calypso. We almost get to see some Charlize Theron titty. That might be the one.
I mean,
here, Brian, help me out. I don't have a scene. I can't find one.
I mean, other than the fact that you don't see Scylla that clearly, the Scylla part was pretty. Coming in, the heads coming in and just scooping up.
It was just too fast. You didn't get a good look at it, right? Like that's the biggest problem I have with that. We didn't get to see it.
Charybdis, Charybdis, the giant whirlpool looked pretty menacing.
It looked good. Yeah, it's another good effect. Yeah, there were some good effects. Like no, there is not a Hector versus Achilles moment in this movie.
No, this is not the Iliad. This is not the Iliad. I'm not even sure. Yeah, I don't know.
They're like Achilles versus Hector scene in Troy, even though the movie isn't itself amazing. Well, it's funny. We're just talking about it, Max. Troy is getting better with age. Yes. It has plenty of problems, but it's much more entertaining to watch than most of these movies.
Yep.
How were the action scenes? I mean, I wasn't like I didn't like the end fight. I thought was not very good. I was glad to see Elliot Page get stabbed in the chest immediately, so that made for a good scene, I guess. The weird practicing with Mentor and Blind Pig Farmer and Telemachus. Is it? Oh man,
Telemachus.
Telemachus. I don't want to say. I keep on saying Telemachus. Telemachus. There is lots and lots of running away. Back to the ships. Back to the ships. Go run away. Big monsters. Ah. It's a lot of running away. It gets comical almost. It's really sad. Gosh, man, I can't find. I'm being serious. I can't find a single scene to say that I really liked it, man. Like the Cyclops one, maybe it's the best one. And even though, like you said, even though they ruined it,
or shooting all the Trojan stormtroopers.
Maybe the sacking of Troy. Even though they fucked it up with the Trojans, like not bum rushing them at the gate. You know, Darth Agamemnon coming in.
Vader
Yeah, maybe that's the scene. Darth, I am your father. Dun, dun, dun. And you know the stomping in the ground shakes as he's walking. He's like, dun, dun, dun.
He was just like they opened the gate and he was just standing there like Jason Voorhees. I was hoping he'd take out like a machete.
You know what would be great if he was standing there in the middle and he took an arrow to the face. He's like bonk. Or he takes out a giant cleaver. It's like swing. It's like, oh my god.
Okay, you mind if I answer this question?
Yeah, go for it. Which one?
Paris in the movie. None of the Trojan characters appear in the movie.
Nope, no Paris in the movie. No Achilles.
You see
Achilles is not in the movie.
You see soldiers, and that's it.
No Achilles. Yep. No Achilles, no Paris, no Hector, none of that shit.
Nope. No Priam, no Cassandra. I think Cassandra. I don't know.
I think I will describe it by saying it was a mediocre movie that looked like a good movie. I think that's fair. I don't even know if I'm having trouble calling it mediocre, man. Like, I don't know. I think it was a letdown. I think that's what I would say. I think it was a good-looking movie that was a letdown in the dialogue department and in the story department. Which is sad, being it's based off fucking the Odyssey. That your story is fucked up. I don't know how you fuck it up, but you did. They continued to fuck up shit that should be unfuckable. But I heard he shouted a bunch of to blow his voice out so he would sound. Well, he fucked his voice up. It was. I'm Odysseus. I'm a beggar. I'm going to kill you now. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Fuck. Whatever he did, he should do the opposite so I can actually fucking like get some actual fluctuation in his voice. I hated it. Is he not old already, Matt Damon? Matt Damon, I just think was the wrong person to be Odysseus. The poem did have its element. elements of survivor's guilt and PTSD. All the monsters can be seen as different aspects of the horror of the 10 years he was just surviving. That's the one of the lectures I remember in uni. But this is like to like fucking the max, like to where it's just his whole being is he's just depressed that they won the war.
It's like Picard and Picard, you know.
Right? Is that accurate? It's just like he's depressed he won the war. Like that's it's like so it's not like just a bit of PTSD or he's like having trouble, getting over the fact of how many people he killed. It's just like it's the core of his character that he wishes he almost wishes like that they were I don't know I don't know it didn't mesh.
I mean the Odysseus character did not want to be in the Trojan War in the first place. He according to I was reading up on his character, he basically pretended to be a loony and pretended to be loony and retarded, and they managed to find him out, and then they take him away. But throughout the entire war, Odysseus has been pretty conniving and cunning, and so when it came to duty, he was one of the most dutiful.
Yeah.
He didn't. I don't think he had any regrets. He was there he was there despite the fact they didn't want to be there. He was there out of duty.
Yep.
So I don't like this whole stuff with all these regrets and all that. Just doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, it's like his whole character in the movie. It's just him. It's his whole thing is he's just big sad. The driving force, like the drive to go home, is almost non-existent till the end of the movie.
It isn't. Yeah.
It's almost non-existent until you get to the end when he
I
finally.
Like as a viewer, I should be feeling that longing with him.
Yeah.
There should have been several scenes of showcasing his longing to be home.
Yeah, it just feels like they were just sailing around, exploring islands.
Heck, they should have kept the bag of winds, in my opinion.
It was a lot.
They got close, and then they just. I think this would have been better as a show, personally.
Well, yeah, I mean, they speed ran a lot of it. Like that's why the whole first hour of the movie isn't very good, because it's just an exposition dump because they need to speed run it.
Yeah.
So it's just like them telling you things back and forth, and you're like, wow, they're just speed running the shit to get you the information. They skip all the fashion stuff with all the sports and stuff, and the fashion showing them their athletic prowess and all that, and then helping him get back to Ithaca. Instead he just builds a raft out of 4 planks of wood and jumps in the ocean and fucking the fucking sea takes him to Ithaca, right? I mean, we skipped it. Like they skipped. It was a 3-hour movie, and they fucking trashed a bunch because they just didn't have time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Too much Iliad.
Yeah, probably more than it needed.
There's a lot of the sacking of Troy. There's a lot of it.
And it kept cutting to it like it. Yep. So many points in the movie, I'm just like, please stop.
Yep, there's a lot of the sacking of Troy. I would say probably there's a good hour of Trojan War.
Yeah,
maybe more. I don't know, but there's a good hour of Trojan War in it. I would say. I think those are probably the best scenes, the Trojan War stuff.
Probably.
Which is a shame since it's not a Iliad movie, but
Yeah.
I still don't understand why they buried half of the horse and they needed somebody out there to give it away, but whatever. We had to jam Elliot Page in here somewhere, right? So yep. I don't know, man.
They wanted to make Elliot Page look like a deserter, but they killed him. Excuse me. killed him and he killed them.
I really didn't like the whole guilt trip scene, the death scene. I thought I didn't like the whole. I hate you. You didn't bury me. You got me killed. I hated that shit. You know, the Hades thing, you know, it's like you bogart the prophecy. You know, I want to hear from the guy giving me the prophecy. I don't want to hear you going, you didn't bury, thank you for burying my body, but fuck you for fucking getting me killed. How dare you not tell me? Well, it's like, fuck you.
So that scene where that we thought was them holding or taking Helen of Detroit away was actually the sister. You know what I'm talking about?
Say again.
That's that scene that was going around where they've made so many memes of it where they're grabbing
it's just
PETA, and that was actually the sister, not her.
Yep.
So I guess you know, I guess she wanted her food. Oh, God, I can't say it. Food stamps. I'm sorry. So sorry. Oh.
Sorry.
I have nothing left to say. I'm done with
this. Yeah, I think we pretty much covered it. I mean, anybody else got any questions before we take off?
There's just another
chat. I am texting you. I don't know if that's a bad thing. Is that a bad thing? I think Seth Green's okay. So I got to start making some Dungeon Crawler Carl videos. I think. Oh, of course, Pure Genius. Absolutely. Thank you for joining in. Yes, hit the like for us. And you know, I need to get back on track with some. Now the Odyssey arc seems to be done. Unless some weird shit happens, you know, maybe we'll have some more on the Odyssey. I will be curious. I don't know. I don't know that it make. I guess it's all going to depend on the international box office. I don't know that it's 700.
We'll see.
Because I don't think it's going to hit $1 billion. So. We'll see. So maybe we'll have some video. Maybe I'll have a video reacting to the box office. But
we'll see how that goes.
I think once again, I'll say this again because I think it sums up everything for every adaptation we've had here in the last fucking 10, 15 years. If you stick closer to the source material, you will have a better movie.
Yes.
Or show. Period. All these like this movie went astray from fucking the first shot. When you have a character that is not even in the Odyssey running down the beach like a fucking retard, like a no-legged retard running down the dunes of the beach after having a PB&J sandwich, sitting on the dunes, having an iced tea to go run and greet some angry Trojans that are here to kill you and go, "Hey, I have a gift for you." Like,
yeah, it should have opened with Odysseus on Calypso, or it should have opened with Telemachus on Ithaca.
There's other much better ways to bring us into the movie. You get rid of that. You get rid of there's only like 5 minutes of it, but it's unneeded drivel. You get rid of Elliot Page. You get rid of. I don't need to see Agamemnon's death. I don't need to see it. You can tell me that in passing. That's exposition. You can just. You know, you can feed me that exposition. I don't need to see Agamemnon's death.
We didn't need to see that. We didn't need to see Helen or.
I don't need to see fucking Menelaus and Temecula. I'm gonna call him Temecula. It sounds like a transformer. Pheasant hunting, with Helen looking big mad in the back. You know, I you know, and I definitely don't need the Steel Warriors of Jesus killing everything in the Forest of Feelings. I don't need it.
Are you talking about the Giants?
The Steel Warriors of Jesus? Yes, I don't know what to call them. The fucking giant.
They're the.
I don't know what are they.
They are the Laestrygonians.
Lesbian dronigans. You hit it first. Lesbian dronigans. Lesbian drones. We do not need the lesbian drones in the Forest of Feelings, okay? They were activated by a screaming child. I don't need it. remove it, get rid of it, and we definitely don't need all the running back and forth to boats.
It's just lots of walking too. Lots of walking from the boat too.
So. It's just weird. So I'd love to hear from you guys. So let me know in the comments or in the Discord if you watch it. Tell me what you think. And thank you, Brian, for being here. Unfortunately,
Did I tell you what I'm reading? Did I tell you where I'm at with my
Did
reading?
they have to use forced perspective to make? I don't think they used any forced perspective. I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think they had her standing on like a maybe. We didn't see the body. We didn't see her feet, so maybe they had her standing on a.
I don't.
To look tall or something.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, she looked normal size to me when she was running away. So I didn't think she was that big. So.
But yeah, did I tell you? Did I tell you what I was reading?
No. What are you reading?
So I don't know if anybody in your chat knows. I finished Knife of Dreams.
Yeah.
So I want to finish. The Sanderson books pretty soon. I'm reading Dane's novel right now. So
cool.
I'm really enjoying his book. So I'm going to read that first, and then I'm going to finish Wheel of Time. So expect some more book club coming up in the next month or so. But yeah, next Chilporial is going to be with Dane and Amber from the Pen and
cool.
Was it the Pen and the what's her
Sword in the Pen?
Sword in the Pen. So it'll be the three of us having a Chilporial together. So talk about his book and writing and stuff. So
nice,
good writing.
Right, cool. When's that? Soon?
That's gonna be 2 weeks. 2 weeks from
tonight.
So
beautiful. All right. I have no idea. I don't know. I would say she should probably leave them open and try and transition back, save her career. But I think that's probably far afield. I don't think that's happening. So definitely don't need to be in any fight scenes because that didn't work at all. So thank you all for hanging out. How spoiler are you about the Wheel of Time ending? He already knows what happens
I don't know everything. Like I don't know what happens to the Black Tower in Mazrim Time. I don't exactly know how the last battle plays out. I mean, I know some stuff, handful of stuff. I did listen ahead to book 12, Gathering Storm. I like the prologue, at least the Renaud, the farmer or Renaud guy or something. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Ituralde?
No, Renaud is the farmer guy in the prologue.
Oh, I don't.
They see the storm. They're up in the borderlands. They see the storm. This blacksmith guy comes to him. He's like, "We gotta go.
Oh yeah.
We gotta leave. We have to leave. We have to join the army."
Yeah, they all die.
They do.
I don't. Right. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember, but yeah, I think they do. All right. Well, we'll see you all soon. The apple orchard. Yes. No. When he said that, I understood what he's talking about. I think they all die. I don't remember. But
yeah, I know how the prophet dies. I listened.
The prophet did not die. He faked his death. Right. He's still living. Him and Lanfear are chilling.
He got stabbed and arrowed through by.
That was a fake. That was a fake prophet. That was him and Lanfear are chilling in Shan-Chan. All right, making babies.
Was that what it is? Okay.
According to Sanderson, apparently. All right, everybody. Good night. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, thanks for popping in. Go Badgers 1995, right? Are you somebody that I knew before the @ symbols took over? I'm just curious. I fucking hate the @ symbols. I fucking hate them.
I'll just say this: the reason why I went and saw is because I didn't want Steve to do this alone. And I was curious. I was actually curious about the film myself.
That's why I went. I was very curious, and well,
because I was wondering if all the negative, stuff online, about
there was a chance that it was good still, and the Elliot Page and the other shit was being overblown, but it definitely. Well, it was still bad, and that stuff was overblown because they were barely in the movie. But that's their own fault. That's their PR department's fault. Why did you focus on 2 people that aren't in your fucking movie?
Yeah.
Idiots. Jesus Christ. All right. Good night, all. We will see you next time. This is like the 4th time I said good night.
Good night.
Odyssey sucks a big fat cock.
Amen.
Bye.